Welcome back, Dungeoneers. It's Sunday afternoon, and that can only mean one thing. It's time to play Dungeons & Dragons. You're watching Dice and Dungeons, and I'm here at the table with...
I'm David Wong. I play Nines, the Tabaxi Bard, who's playing Fred, the Furbolg Fighter, who's playing himself.
There you have it.
I'm Nicole Bates. I'm playing Soria Ansul, the Changeling Druid, who is playing Artificer Ortax, the Dragonborn Black Market Ferventech Smuggler.
And I'm Greg. I'm playing Ulset Ralph, who is playing Uther Robert with an A.
These are our undercover identities.
Mm-hmm. Ulset Ralph is a Furbolg fighter. And
And takes everything literally.
Uther Robert
Is a Furbolg fighter.
And Fred is Furball Fighter.
And I'm an artificer, I guess.
That's why it's in your name.
How many times can we introduce ourselves in this session?
I'm still Alexis Bates, and I'm
You need
just
a
playing
co-
the Dungeon Mistress.
You
That's
need
it.
a cover identity, too.
I'm playing the Dungeon Mistress who's playing the Game Master.
That's
So we're
pretty
playing a
good.
different game now?
Yeah, we switched to Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
Shit, I quit.
My whole character sheet is worthless now.
I know one of our friends is now just trying to get into the studio to play with us.
Yeah,
Violent.
we're not even broadcasting. He's just breaking down the door because he heard us talk about it.
Are there any announcements?
There are a couple of announcements.
Oh, good.
First up is a reminder to support us on Patreon.
Take it away, Greg.
Patreon.com/diceanddungeons, one word. Give us money. Thank you.
Cool.
I'm trying to do the Nines version.
You'll give us money now.
Perfect. No notes. Ship it. Yeah, you can sign up to be a patron today over on patreon.com/diceanddungeons, where you'll be able to support the show, support what we do, get a special tag on our Discord server to mark you as a patron, and you'll get to see the behind-the-scenes improv warm-ups that we do. Among other things, I'm working on some PDFs of world content that you guys are going to have access to before anybody else does as we release them. I'm working on finishing our world map, which I have up here, but not in anything else.
There's
Do you want me to get it out?
There's also a
thanks.
private channel in the Discord.
Yeah,
Ooh.
patrons get their own channel. It's super special and cool.
And you can just join if you want.
But not the special channel.
Yeah, it's
unless
special channel.
Yeah, you can just join our Discord.
There's a link.
Somewhere.
There's going to be a link somewhere.
Just push
I
around
actually-
on the screen until you're
By
there.
the time this broadcasts, I'll have a link up on all of the places you can watch this. The other thing that we have to talk about is that after some deliberation, for quite a long time, we decided to take affiliate with Twitch. So if you want to sub to us on Twitch, you can now do that. And along with that, you get all the cool sub emotes that are going to be added on the platform. And
They should be added by now as of this.
But by the time this goes,
Yeah.
they will be on there. But as a Twitch sub, you will also get access to these special channels, and you get a special title on our Discord server to denote that you have subscribed to us, you're supporting us monetarily, and we appreciate that. So if you're interested in supporting the show directly, we would really appreciate that, and we will be happy to acknowledge you in all the ways that we can. I think that's good for those housekeeping announcements. Of course, we have our ongoing giveaway, which I am going to cut away to now. So take it away, Alexis.
I'm not freeze framing. Not this time.
Too bad, because I'm just going to cut all that out. Oh, shit. I think it'd be great if I left that in. I'm not gonna, but
I think you should.
Yeah.
including this conversation.
I think actually just this part of the conversation, just leave this in.
is the
Don't, no
whole-
context. You don't get context. Go on.
Only our patrons get content.
Yeah. So go on to Patreon and give us money. And we'll
You give us money, we
contact.
give you context.
Yes.
We're definitely cutting this out.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a great announcement. Me,
I liked the hat.
I liked all the context we put in.
You're gonna have to just do this
I
again
don't think
now.
there is a hat, but maybe there is a hat. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll record one of those things when I do them with a hat on. I might do that.
It's a good hat. Probably.
Probably.
Do you want to welcome the viewers back now?
I mean, I did. I said it was.
What I would love to talk about is our continuing sponsor, Geekified.
Tell me more.
Then tell us more.
Geekified Iowa. is
Vinton, Iowa.
no geekifiediowa.com, right? That's the website.
It is, yes.
Yeah. Go ahead. I already screwed it up.
Yep. Our continuing sponsor is Geekified. Geekified is a tabletop gaming store in Vinton, Iowa that takes online and in-store orders for all of your tabletop role-playing game needs. As of recording, they were running several Magic the Gathering tournaments. So those are things that they do over there. I don't think they have run one, because this is going to be a really big one. And unfortunately, by the time this broadcast, it'll be over. But I want people to know that if you're into Magic the Gathering, the Geekified Discord server and their store, they run all sorts of cool Magic the Gathering things that you can go and participate in, whether it's long-running tournaments or just Friday Night Magic. They try to welcome as many people as possible. You can order packs online, and when we're recording this, Streets of New Capenna? Right. Streets of New Capenna has just released.
Which
and
is pretty cool.
It is really cool. It's a cool set.
Yeah.
And they've been doing a lot of great things over there. We're in a little bit of a lull of new D&D content physically. They are releasing the Multiverse of Monsters
Solo. Yeah.
a solo. So that will be coming out if you didn't buy it in the
Expansion
3-book
pack.
gift expansion rule set.
Yep.
Rules expansion gift set is the phrase there. So the next thing that's coming out for D&D that's big and totally new is not until August. Which,
But that also is when they release Spelljammer.
yeah. So, if you are interested in picking up any of the previous expansions and story sets and different play settings for D&D 5th edition,
Magic singles.
they've got
pretty much
all that
everything.
stuff over on geekifiediowa.com.
Like I said.
Exactly.
The first time.
Thank you,
Perfect.
Geekified, for your wonderful continuing support. We appreciate it and everything you do for us. With that, Dungeoneers, let's roll. Last time
Ah!
on Dice and Dungeons. Fleeing north through the foothills, away from your former prison, you managed to avoid discovery by the Grotfell guards and finally arrived in the city of Ironvale. Your new traveling companion, Hulwyn, let you know that they had a contact in the city, and that he could help you and your quasi-captive, former commander, Gargan Ulfstein Grotfell, escape the city with his daughter and enough funds to survive. However, in a turn of events, that caught even Midnight Brunch off guard.
Great name.
Off guard.
You were reintroduced to Coromanth, Hulwin's contact and apparent friend. We rejoined the group as Nines had just cast suggestion on Coromanth to try and encourage him to share his reasons for wanting to hurt. Specifically, Glinvi, who goes by Galandra, the now heir apparent to the Ulstein Grotfell family, and sort of his plans more broadly. Do I have that?
Yes, that sounds exactly like the thing I would ask for.
Okay. Why do you want to know that?
I like to know things.
Curiosity killed the cat, you know.
To be fair,
Wait, what?
if we're going to be working with you, there might need to be a little trust building.
Especially if you stole from us.
Well, I can't argue that point.
And didn't you ruin a sign?
Alright, I'm a dragonborn right now. Can I talk like this? Does that weird you out?
No, I'm actually fairly used to changelings.
In what? How so?
I've spent a great deal of time with them.
Where?
Why?
Here in Ironvale,
You spent a lot of time with them. Where in Ironvale?
north of the city.
In Brokillian's Keep.
Yes. You are resourceful.
Why were you in Brokillian's Keep? And why? And then we'll circle back to the Glinvey question, because they might be related, I'm feeling like.
My former employer, Brukellian. I had been working for him for quite some time. He became obsessed with manufacturing new fervent tech, recreating the old technology and inventing new devices, new ways to power. That's why,
He wanted the Aura Mall.
yes, among other things.
Like what?
Well, your first encounter with me was trying to steal one of the largest fervent crystals that it was still known about. I was able to track down its location. And unfortunately for me, the three of you, plus whatever did happen to that fourth one?
What's fourth one?
The fire ganassi.
The goblin.
Oh, that one. Oh, he's dead.
Yep, he's definitely dead.
Yep.
You
To
don't
me.
have to check anywhere hiding in the rafters.
Make a deception check.
Deception. Can I give myself guidance?
Since you know that you're trying to deceive him, I'm gonna say yes.
16.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about his death. Losing a companion is never easy, is it?
It was very sad.
No. I was hired by Brukellian to find rare artifacts. Became sort of my specialty in life. He wanted a great deal of fervent tech, and I would bring it to him. Most of it was rather mundane. Steal from some rich asshole family, somewhere within the former Cormarian Empire, bring him their trinkets, he would experiment, usually ruin whatever he was working on, and then I would go find more and he would continue to pay me. That was our arrangement for quite a long time. However, he grew more ambitious, more obsessed, you could say, with making a name for himself. He's always had a bit of an ego, and his father is certainly a character to live up to.
Yeah, what is his dad's name?
Ginthian.
Gideon.
He's been leading the family for over 100 years now. He's quite old. He's not expected to live all that much longer. He expanded the sphere of influence for the family to heights that it hasn't been in, well, since they left the Empire. Big shoes to fill. Leaves people insecure.
You
I
have
have
big shoes to fill.
They're
I
magic
bet-
shoes.
I
I don't
bet you-
need to fill them.
Yeah, I bet your shoes are even bigger.
I wonder if I can make them bigger.
Why don't you find out?
I'm gonna play with the shoes while he's having this conversation.
All right, Coromanth is sort of staring, just like watching the shoes like expand and contract, expand and contract, expand and contract.
I am going to try to make them expand and then keep expanding. Does that work?
They sort of have a limit.
But I can adjust.
Not really.
You can pretend that you adjust.
You can. The best that you can do is sitting there and like thinking on off on off on off on off on off to kind of hold them in an in between state. They're terrible shoes.
So,
That was quite a digression into shoe magic.
Corin. What's your interest in Glenvie?
Well, I didn't like Glenvie's way of handling things.
How could it be any worse than Brukellian's?
Glenvie became wise to her brother's activities. She began to make herself known within his sphere of influence. She's always resented her brother for being the one who should inherit the family. But they weren't ever at each other's throat. At least I didn't think so. Now I'm not so sure. Almost 2 months ago, her ship set sail, and her brother's been missing ever since.
Funny that.
Seems an odd thing.
Well, I hope they find him.
Yeah, it's his birthday soon.
I have a feeling that wherever he is, he's dead.
He shouldn't try and miss the Voices concert. That's a concert of a lifetime.
Insight check. Got cat butt.
That one.
Olsen realizes that there is deception going on and being attempted and failing all at the same time.
What happens if we both get that one?
Well, my
Okay,
total
so-
deception would be 5 at a nat 1. So what would your total insight be?
That would be a +4.
So 5.
So with our match.
Okay, so what happens in game is that Soria
I say something and then we just stare at each other confused for about 3 minutes.
Soria goes, "Why would he want to miss the concert? That would be terrible. Worst decision ever. Am I right?" And then Nine stares like through Soria.
And goes, okay, the movie on.
That's the scene that plays out.
So you are a Coromanth.
Yes.
What do you have against Glenvie?
As I was trying to say before someone began playing with their shoes and quite distracted me.
You are distracted by that?
Unfortunately, yes.
Huh.
Do you want to see my shoes?
No.
Okay.
What about his socks?
Definitely no.
Do you like gum?
How did we beat you?
Not necessarily.
What's your beef with Glenvie then? Why don't you just spit it out?
Like this gum!
Oh, that was pretty good gum that you spit out.
You're right. Go pick it up.
Hey, guys, I gotta go clean this place up. Quit spitting on the floor.
This is like a derelict warehouse. You have to clean it up.
I don't want it to look like people are ever here. Gum is a sure sign that people are here.
Huh, we were in an abandoned city that had a ton of gum and there were no people.
Yeah.
What do we know? Maybe they were all just hiding from us.
Yeah.
Like, weren't we questioning him about something?
Yeah, what's your beef with Glenvy? Come on, man.
Quit changing the subject!
Coromanth is just like,
Stroking his mustache.
Well,
no, just staring dead-eyed at the three of you, like,
oh no, we have put Coromanth into a coma.
A coma.
as I was trying to say,
Yeah. You're not trying
several
very
months
hard.
back, Glenvy found out about her brother's operations, began to make herself known, and intensified what he was doing.
I do not know what you mean by that.
As it seems like you may have some knowledge of, Brunch had a keep north of the city, hidden, so to speak, in the mountains. This keep houses all of his experiments. He was a fairly, well, if I must be honest, brilliant engineer. He designed a great many things, and they were all generally vicious but effective devices.
As a quick side note, are you wearing that potion arm thing or is it in the bag?
It's in the bag.
Okay.
Like this conversation.
Brunch was trying his best to reverse engineer fervent crystals and the devices that Fervin used to tap into them. But he could not understand the principles of how it came together. And he couldn't recreate the forging processes that Fervin used to create the connectors in all of his power systems. That's the reason he kept having me go after rarer and rarer components, closer and closer to original Fervent tech, to see it at its most primitive, see if he couldn't build off of that. Nordfeld, being close to Fervin's laboratory, was one of the first areas to receive his inventions, and thus an excellent place to plunder lost artifacts. So, as I began to bring him more, and he continued to fail, he grew ever more frustrated. By the time we met, he had already begun his process for creating the metals without a forging process. He'd been capturing changelings, imprisoning them, but not by himself. That much of a contingent of his own troops would have been noticed. He was working with some outside forces. I believe you may have recognized some of them in the past. I was forced to deal with them on occasion. The Tashira Noon. They began to interfere in our process. They got in the way of my work. My methods were compromised. They have a brutal efficiency about them, uncaring about reputation, delicacy, diplomacy, even stealth. We simply didn't think about them. I didn't appreciate the company, to say the least. After I returned from Nordfeld, empty-handed, I found that Brunch had left. He'd been missing for about a week by the time I got down here. When I saw what Glenvy was doing, I was already disgusted, as she had more than doubled the experimentations that her brother had been running, forcing these changelings to adapt their, what do you call them, Aurat malls? To some sort of primitive, fervent technology. The changelings try to resist, but they don't have much choice in the matter. Glenvy took all of the fervent tech that I had on me, refused to pay me, and then threw me out of her service. But worst of all, she poisoned my credibility with other legitimate vendors. She ruined my business. I enjoy stealing from rich pricks, and then selling their things to other rich bastards. They end up hating each other, and I take money from both of them.
Is that where the voice comes in?
Ah. Well, the voice has a device that I'm interested in. An artifact. And he also makes for an absolutely perfect distraction for the entire kingdom. It's not just the Ulfstein Grotfells attending. There are other important members from different dragon families that will be here.
What is this artifact?
The artifact. Well, Nines, is it?
Yes!
He knows your name.
Yes, because I'm famous!
You
Ish.
You may be familiar with it. It is rather mythical among most musicians and entertainers. Are you familiar with the legend of Samiran's pick?
Well, of course I am familiar with it, but my compatriots are not, so you should explain it to us.
We know what it is. You don't have to worry about
You
it.
came from Swamp.
Yeah, but everyone's heard of Sumerian's pick.
Samirans.
Samir, yeah.
They have no idea. You should explain it to them.
That pick.
Nines, you do actually know what this is, even though I haven't had a chance to explain it to you as a player. But
Yes, that's why I am agreed with you on that part.
I just wanted everyone to be clear that Nines actually does know what this is. Samiran's pick, and I'm explaining this out of character, so that you have some chances to ask some clarifying questions here. Samiran's pick is a legendary artifact that is supposed to have been crafted by the deity Samiran. Samiran, as all of your characters would know, is the patron of artists, entertainers, craftspeople, anyone who works with passion and expression and would have something to really pour their heart and soul into a creative endeavor.
Like us.
Samiran is the one that they would ask for help. Samiran's pick is a legendary pick, as one might use for a lute or a guitar, that is supposed to enhance your ability to play and make your songs incredibly enchanting. What it does exactly is it varies from legend to legend, and no one really is sure. So when the voice is now alleged to have Samiran's pick, which none of you had ever heard of, including Nines. You didn't know that.
That the voice had it, supposedly.
Supposedly.
Supposedly had the pick of destiny.
I mean, kinda. You were unaware of that. But that is what Coromanth has just relayed to you. Is that this is an item of a deity. And the voice supposedly has it in his possession.
Well, we can't let... Well, I don't know anything about Samiran's pick, if I'm honest.
Well, it's very important, and I should definitely take it.
But that's what Coromanth wants.
Well, just keep it and give him fake one.
What's
We'll be able to tell the difference if you do that.
You can't hear me. I'm whispering.
I have very good hearing.
And you didn't
Insight
really
check.
even lower your voice.
I'm not rolling insight. I just shouted insight check.
Fair.
So how does stealing the pick screw over Glenvy?
Imagine that the voice, the most famous
Do I have
entertainer
to?
in the world, has been invited by you personally to entertain them on your birthday. And you are hosting the voice at your private home. And an item that was supposedly gifted to this world by a deity disappears from your possession.
Oh, right out from under their nose.
How embarrassing might that be?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I grew up in a swamp.
Fair point.
So,
This would ruin her ability to lead with credibility.
What will you do with pick once we get it?
I have my own uses for it.
I'll give you 2 gold for it.
what do we get out of this?
You get everything else that we can steal.
Everything?
It could be my loot too.
Like, that's true. He might have that with him.
You never know.
I have not been able to scout what all of his possessions are, but I have confirmed that the pick is within his quarters.
But we're also going to be in the Ulsting Grotfell Manor. So, is it everything's fair game, right? Like, it's not just the voices stuff.
Correct.
We're
So,
doing big boy crime. Of course there's no limits.
like, so we could see if we could get information for Hilwyn, which would be good for both Hilwyn and Tashira info for Ultnath, maybe. Because they're in cahoots.
Maybe we would find out why the Tashira Noon are here.
I mean, there's probably all sorts of info. They probably have way too much money.
Yes, we can take money.
They might have fervent stuff in there. They might have, I don't know, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Good thing we can carry much. So,
I-
Yuhara Hilwyn,
Uh-huh.
what is your part in all of this? Why are you involved with this Coromanth?
Well, when I got into town a little while ago, I happened to find him late one night at a bar, and, well, he was plotting different ways of breaking into the Grotfell estate.
You were just doing that in the middle of a bar?
Well, I admit that it wasn't quite just a normal bar. It was the bar in the Thieves Guild.
Wait.
Way down there.
Wait.
What?
This town has a thieves guild?
Of course, this town has a Thieves Guild.
Why were you at the Thieves Guild?
Because I'm in it.
Wait, it's a thief. Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
The last time we had a thief, they kept insisting there was no such thing as a Thieves Guild.
In
Then he
Northfell.
was wrong. He was wrong the whole time.
We
There's
knew
no
that.
Thieves Guild in Nordfell.
Not anymore. We disbanded it. We captured
never
it.
a Thieves Guild
No,
in
there was
Northfell.
definitely a Thieves Guild. There was this jerk.
We saw their
I
sign.
hit him with a stick.
Uh-huh.
That's the story.
He fell on barrel.
They couldn't spell thieves right.
Right.
So,
It was
you-
probably children.
So you are in a thieves guild.
It's not a thieves guild then.
They were a group that stole together.
I mean, like, there's no organization
There was
to, like, coordinate thievery among multiple groups.
it's thieves and there's a guy in charge. It's
So-
a thieves guild.
That's just
does
a
this-
gang.
Okay, where's the line fall between gang and thieves
Guild.
guild?
Multiple gangs that shift and constantly maneuver.
Do you
around
have
each
like
other.
a constitution or code or?
Yes,
a
actually,
set
we
of-
do.
Oh, what is it?
Oh my!
Well, some fairly simple legal document that outlines
That makes
Wait,
sense.
why do you need legal documents? You're thieves.
Yes,
we all agree to abide by
you
it.
should have an illegal document.
I mean, I suppose it is one. What
If we
all-
steal that, does that make us leaders of Thieves Guild?
No, that just makes you jerks.
Are you... How low are you in the thieves guild?
Well, I'm not in charge, but I'm not exactly the newest member. And there's
Who is
no,
newest
like,
member?
high or low. There's simply you are a member, and then we have our elected body that we elect once a year, and they help settle disputes and little more.
How do we start side quests where we can join Thieves Guild?
If you really want to join the Thieves Guild, the only rule about joining is that you have to successfully pull off a job.
Well, we've done that. I got free pie.
If we
you
successfully
committed a
pull
big
off
boy
a job,
crime.
are we forced to join the thieves guild then?
No, but it's advisable.
Is there no Ludorf style kingpin?
No.
Oh.
Can chaotic good players join Thieves Guild?
What?
You know, people who do bad stuff for good reasons.
I mean, that's generally a lot of us, yes.
So you are a Hillwin.
Yeah.
You are a thief.
I mean, not a very good one. I'm mostly just trying to find information.
So
More of
if
a
you go
detective.
if you go to the Thieves Guild bar, you can speak freely about criminal activity.
Well, I mean, you want to handle it? Sure. We do speak freely about our plans. As freely as thieves will talk to one another, at least.
Do you steal each other's plans? Is that part of being a thief?
That's part of the code of the guild.
To steal each other's plans?
To not steal each other's plans.
Oh, they have a code.
Yeah, we've been over that. Well, Seth,
I know. I'm just saying.
how many meads did you
So,
Well, it's just playing catch up.
I am trying to clarify through repetition.
Good.
So, do you have a plan for this job then?
Admittedly, not as of yet.
What's our timetable?
We have a week before the performance.
Excellent. That's like 7 spell slots.
The performance will be the perfect time to strike. It's when the most people will be gathered at the estate. It's when their guards, and thus observers, will be most occupied. Because they'll all be in the theater for their private entertainment. And they'll all need to be protected. All of these people bring personal bodyguards, and thus, they're all going to be clustered in one place. It leaves the rest of the manor less well attended than normal. Be right
We're
back.
under attack!
We had something fall over. Hang on. Welcome back, Dungeoneers. Sorry about that. Will only be a couple seconds for you. What happened was a fan that we use to keep some of our equipment cool while we are recording slowly vibrated its way over to the edge and then fell onto the desk and then started going thwack, 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 thwack. And that's the noise that you heard. So we had to take care of that. And then we had a couple of more human issues go on in between. So it's been a few minutes for us. Getting back into the action, when we left off, I believe Soria had a question for Coromanth.
Yes.
You had a question.
So we're looking to steal a pick that makes your performance super magic and great, right?
Yes.
And we're going to try and steal it during his performance, right?
Correct.
Why would he not be using said magic pick to make his performance really great during that time?
He doesn't use it during the live shows. It's too much of a liability. Imagine you had the most rare, sought-after, exclusive pick in the entire world. Something of legend to musicians. Would you show it in public?
Yes.
You know, I grew up in a swamp, so I'm gonna go with I have no idea.
The answer is no. You wouldn't.
But you'd be so cool playing with
Everyone
it.
would want to
My
hang
understanding
out with
is-
you and steal it.
Is that the voice does singing but does not actually play an instrument? Does the pick work on a voice?
Yes, that's who he is.
Yeah, he strums his
Clearly, he's
vocal
compatible with
cords.
it.
I am asking Coromanth.
Oh.
A voice is as much an instrument as a lute is. The pick can enhance your performance, whether you are playing with it or not. But even its presence is a risk. As Nines would know, every musician in the world would want it.
I know I want it.
So seeing it would be a risk not worth taking. He keeps it with him for private performances.
Like, private performances? Because isn't this a private performance?
In the sense that the public is not allowed in, yes. But in the sense that it is secluded, no. The voice has been known to give private performances.
Why did you say it all weird like that?
Because the voice is weird.
Is this a sex thing?
It's a sex thing.
Sometimes people say our name like that.
What?
They don't call us it's a sex thing.
They go,
Wait, is that your group name? It's a
No,
sex
no.
thing.
No, we're way cooler
go.
than that. That's,
No, but we do have it on a shirt.
we're
No, we
midnight
don't.
brunch.
I left my shirt up.
midnight brunch.
We're
Wait. You really named yourselves Midnight Brunch?
Yes.
Yeah.
came
isn't
to
it
us
great?
in a psionic torture moment.
Obviously. Well, I like it. I think it's pretty cool to be part of Midnight Brunch.
See?
Moving on.
If you think it's stupid, what would you call us?
I don't know. I don't know you well enough to give you a name.
That's an awfully long name.
That is a very long name.
Yes, it is.
So you basically have no plan, though.
At the moment, no. There are several points of entry, but I haven't been able to gain enough sources yet.
Do you have any information at all?
I know some places that we could start. My position and visage is compromised. They know me at the Grotfell estate.
I suppose they know Hilwyn as well.
I mean, maybe. I did sneak in there and almost steal a bunch of stuff. They might remember me.
Well, that's a good place to start. How did you sneak in? We'll figure out the exit.
I
part.
jumped over the wall, then climbed up the side of the building, then
Good thing they are not stairs.
broke into Glenvy's room.
Lou, what's the room like?
What? I mean, really extravagant?
How much pink is in it?
None?
Are there any posters of the voice over the bed?
Well, no. I mean, she's like in her mid-30s?
How
Yeah,
old's
like
the
that would
voice?
stop it.
Or whatever the equivalent is for dwarves? I don't know, they live a long time.
How old's the voice though? Like 500?
I don't think the voice is that old. He's only been touring for like maybe 10 years.
So you were able to get all the way into Glendry's room without being caught?
Well, that's what I thought, but they definitely saw me sneak in. And they were just waiting until I got out of the room to see what I took.
So do you know where along in your break-in you were detected?
No, that's kind of my problem. I'm not very good at it.
So,
I'm good at the, like, getting in. It's the leaving. See, like, that's where it all falls down. I can get in. I'm having a hard time doing the getting out part.
were you just spotted? Were the, like, magic alarms, or...
They didn't exactly tell me how they caught me.
Oh, why not?
Why didn't you ask?
Yeah.
I mean, I did, but... They're not going to tell me what they did.
Maybe we can ask the guard that caught her.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Or-
do that.
Maybe the one who sets up the security, there's some disgruntled guards.
I mean, I guess there could be.
So, you who are Hillwyn,
Yeah.
where would disgruntled guards and servants go? Is there a disgruntled guard and servant tavern?
Most of the people who work at the estate, well, they, come in kind of shifts. There's
They are shifty.
two of them. There's two shifts, the morning and the night. So they change after 12 hours. The morning shift comes in at around 6 a.m. and leaves at around 6 p.m. And that's when the night shift takes over. Both of them tend to go towards the Salty Dog. It's the local tavern. They hang out there and, blow off steam, complain about the Grotfells. I've done a lot of eavesdropping there. Most of the people there aren't super happy, but that's not exactly unique here in the Karma Republic. Don't know if any of them have weaknesses we could exploit, but I'm sure there's plenty of pissed off people.
It sounds like a job for you.
Yes, I can definitely piss them off.
Yes.
I'm not sure that was the goal.
Then what's his goal?
I think they're already pissed off.
Well, then I don't need to talk to them.
Uh-huh.
Do you three have any ideas on where we might go?
Well,
Obviously, we should go to Thieves Guild.
What are we going to get there?
Thieves!
maybe they have blueprints to the people steal those, right?
I think you can just go get that at City Hall.
I think City Hall is the manor here.
Things don't work quite the same way here in the Karma Republic as they do in Glendring.
Did they have to file architectural drawings and obtain building permits before they established their building?
No,
No.
they do not.
Are there any construction codes that they must follow?
No,
This place is pure anarchy.
they do not.
I think everyone other than them does.
That is the correct response.
And maybe the Tishira Noon. They might not have to either.
The Shirnoon haven't been building things here yet.
Oh, they just occupied a building?
They kicked out some of the lower-ranking Grotfells.
Oh, like Gargan.
No. I never lived in the estate.
Oh, okay.
I'm a kind of distant cousin.
How distant?
Not so distant they forget about you, but distant enough where I'm not involved in any of the centers of power.
Did you get invited to the special birthday party?
I'm not that important.
Do you know who's in charge of security on the estate?
Well, security is a bit of a cluster around the estate. See, none of the family trusts any of the security that anyone else will hire, so they all hire their own personal security. It means that they're always bumping into each other and it's a constant chaos, but it keeps assassinations down.
So do these security guards ever get into fights with each other?
All the time.
Ah,
Most of them hate one another.
Is there a lot of turnover on these security guards? Where they might hire 3 new people.
Typically, no. The Grotfells, like most dragon families, they learned that you gotta pay people real well so they don't get any ideas. Their bodyguards are pretty darn well compensated and don't disappear unless they're killed. I've never known one of them to quit.
so they are looking for people who want lots of money and have no ideas?
And are particularly vicious.
Oh,
Sorry, I killed plenty of people.
only a couple.
Well, unfortunately for you, there aren't any openings.
How do you know that?
It's not that hard to figure out who's hiring who around here when you're part of the family.
Why is there internal job postings?
Basically, yes. One of the things they do a lot is hire more distant family members. If the centers of power within your family start to give you a little recognition, maybe you wind up the mayor of a town, or, you know, in charge of some
Psionic
modest
prison.
They put me in charge of that place because they wanted someone who didn't look important enough to trust with real problems.
They didn't think we were real problems.
No.
No. They thought you were real problems. They wanted the appearance that there was nothing going on.
Oh, they thought we were real problems.
High five!
Huh.
We did it!
We became a real problem.
We're a big boy problem.
Most of the people on top in this family and all the dragon families think that the rest of us don't see shit. But we do. We know about it. And a lot of us are just waiting for whatever opportunity we can get to stab the rest of them in the back.
That could have been a
So,
group name.
I'm
real
a
problem.
little hesitant to ask this. But
What size shoe do you wear?
is the
75.
Estate on a separate sewer system from the rest of the city? And I'm not sure I want to know the answer.
The estate, and the city for that matter, don't use a sewer system so much as a hole out back. For the estate, they have other people remove their movements.
How primitive. How unsanitary.
I think that's just manual labor is cheaper than building a sewer here.
I've been to Glendring. It's nicer. There's not all that much great about any of the cities here. Unless you go to the capital. Well, they're more than happy to flush their problems right out into the river. Travels downstream and then
Does that mean poop?
Yes!
Okay.
usefully the Ikthani continue to make hives all along the river, and they seem to have some sort of use for it.
For poop?
Apparently.
You gotta acknowledge our 7 and under demographic.
Yeah. All right.
How do we weaponize this poop?
We can be the poop shovelers.
Well, they can do poop jobs. Also, if you can be Poop Smith. That's That will get the millennials chuckling because they know what that is.
So when are we
Going for that new demographic.
So we have to invade the king of town's castle.
Oh, we have to go invade the king of town.
Okay. So
Homestar
what have we
Runner
found out that is useful so far?
That
We
Homestar
have
Runner
found
is
out-
still funny.
It's still relevant. And it's desperately needed in this day and age.
You guys can't get through like 3 sentences without
Going on.
going off on something tonight.
So
Are we supposed to stay on track with something?
we
Yes.
need.
We know nothing so far,
we have
other than
a
that we
week.
have no way to get in.
We have a week. We can check out the Thieves Guild. We know where a lot of the people that work at the estate go to drink and be annoyed about where they work. We know that they don't have a sewer, so we don't have to go through a sewer to get in. That's pretty nice.
Right. We also know that if we go in the way Hillwin went in, we would be caught.
So, what we need to do is find out, I think, a few things. Being an expert at heists, I assume, having learned from the best.
We did at least one heist.
Yeah.
You stole a pie once.
Yes, we almost stole instrument.
Alright, so we need to know what is their security. Like all of the different, they might have magic security, like your screamy stick. They might just have a lot of guards. They might have some weird fervent thing that irradiates you.
Do you think that Safety Inc. might be the vendor?
I don't think that's here.
Wait,
I
Safety
thought
Inc.
they
or
had
Security
branches-
Inc.?
I thought they had branches everywhere.
I don't think so.
Coromanth is there a Security Inc. branch in this town? Important answers.
Weirdly, yes.
What do you mean weirdly?
It's only in Nordfeld in here.
It's only Nordfeld in here that I'm aware of.
Well, perhaps they might have some information. If we find out how this is protected, they may be able to tell us what is there and how to get through it.
Oh,
Do
good.
you think they contracted them?
No,
I mean, security's in their name.
I don't think they did. All right, so I need to know what is the security they have.
Mm-hmm.
What's the layout and floor plan so we can plan our entry and the path through because we don't want to dawdle around.
Mm-hmm. Will that also be the exit?
We'll also need to plan an exit.
Jump out the window.
You did that before with the
Yes.
ogres.
This is great strategy. It keeps working. As long as no one behind us also has Featherfall.
So, what we know is practically nothing about how to get in, where to find anything once we get in, and how to get out. Is that correct?
At the moment, yes,
Ah.
that is correct. We need to develop a plan. That means a reconnaissance. Perhaps you three may have some more ability to discover what's really going on there. Unfortunately, I am a known person on the grounds of the estate. If they see me snooping around, they'll know what to expect.
Can't you transform?
Not as such. I can disguise very well. I have some illusory abilities.
Is that a fake mustache?
No! Ow!
How soft was it?
I pocket one of his hairs.
I can't change myself. I can cast some minor illusions, but I do know this. The grounds are protected by some enchantment. It disrupts a great deal of illusion magic when you enter it.
I put his hair in a vial.
Just in front of him?
Yeah.
That's weird.
We learned recently that having body parts on from people like hairs and blood and stuff from Dole, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Helps you communicate with them. So I started getting samples.
Your little black bloke is just filled with body parts.
Hair and blood. Yeah.
It's like, can you
Coromanth.
sneeze in this?
Address,
Can you spit your...
unknown. Phone number, unknown. Hair.
Yes.
Tape that on.
Heart.
So you who are Coromanth,
Yes.
I'm
you are
adding
saying
this to my-
that if you were sneaking around the Ulstein-Grassfeld estate that you would be suspicious, but that if we were sneaking around, we would not be?
You can
I'll just pull some of your fur off my clothes.
you can ask some questions.
Ah,
The estate isn't closed up. For all intents and purposes, it is where the real business of the city is done. There's technically a city hall next to it, but it's mostly for show and record retention. The Grotfells make most of the decisions. Then they force you to go file and pay a whole bunch of fees to City Hall, which they, in turn, take a great deal of the money raised from it. So, it's not hard to gain access there, so long as you're not trying to use magic to present something that you are not.
so without using magic, this is just an idea that I'm going to throw out.
Go on.
There is going to be a concert. What if Nines, who is a very famous musician, were to present?
He is?
Yes. Yes.
That's what I've been telling them.
Does the magic detection affect my changeling powers?
I don't believe so. The magic that I've seen doesn't seem to be tuned towards wherever you get that ability from.
My heart.
So, Nines, what if you were to be the opening act for the unknown act that will be the second act in this birthday party?
I mean, I feel like they would know who that is and know that I am not them, but okay.
Is
So-
there an opening act?
I mean, technically speaking, the first act is the opening act.
But there is going to
What?
be a second act
D-
following
is-
the first
is there-
act, which is not the opening act for the second act.
There are supposed to be two other performers. I've heard that one of them might be Sarah McGoblin,
Yes, we love Sarah McGoblin.
and the other is a more local pop star. I think they're actually a member of another dragon family.
Now, you could be the opening act for that group, and we could appear at the estate and say, we are here as the opening act for the local act, which is the second act of the concert, and we would like to
What?
we would like to observe, we would like to review the area in which we will be performing so that we know how to set up.
Yeah.
Can I have a hair?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Hey, you have a lot of those vials.
You have a lot of that hair.
I buy a lot of stuff. Vials mostly. I need hair in case I need it later.
I need hair in case I need it later?
Yeah. I'm going to take sevens and just get like
Tens.
some like I don't know.
Saliva.
It's not hairy. They're like plated, right?
I mean,
Oh, I guess
Yeah.
saliva. squeeze a little saliva into a jar.
there's a lot there.
All right, great.
It's a bullet. There's a lot of mouth.
Just in case I need to track stuff.
You did not like that idea. Let us go to the Thieves Guild and reconnoiter.
Well, we should figure out what these other acts are, right? If we want to integrate them into our plan.
We should also get lunch.
If we found the performers who were the local performers of the second act, perhaps they would be thrilled to have an opening act for them.
I'm not quite sure how we'll convince them to let you all on stage.
Ah, I bet you
But
could.
Why would we want to be on
They
stage
work.
if we're sneaking in and stealing stuff, though?
No one will suspect main act stealing from the voice.
What?
What?
We would not need to sneak in if we were on stage. We would already be in.
But then we would have to be on stage.
But only for one act.
How long do you think an act is?
Oh, 10 minutes?
Well, that's about right, yeah.
So we would have plenty of time before and after.
Well, before we make our plan, let's get information.
Okay.
And lunch.
And lunch. What's better food, the Salty Dog or the Thieves Guild bar?
I would never order any food at the Thieves Guild bar.
Why?
The cook is terrible.
Who's the cook? What's his name? What's his tragic backstory?
What does he think happened to
The cook's name is One Leg Jonathan.
One leg Jonathan.
He only has one leg.
Oh.
And at the time, there were several Jonathans in the guild. It was easy enough, since we don't much trade in last names, to simply call him One Leg Jonathan.
Do all the other Jonathans have nicknames?
They did.
What are they?
Well,
Smelly Jonathan?
that was one of them. Yes. The other one was Weird Jonathan. Very weird. We just called him Jonathan to his face, but everyone else called him Weird Jonathan. And
Did you call Smelly Jonathan to his face?
yes, he was the one who suggested it. The last Jonathan was
Did any of them choose to just do John or Johnny instead of Jonathan?
no, they all insisted on Jonathan.
Is that just a Thieves Guild thing?
I don't think so.
Okay, so we will not eat at the Thieves Guild.
Wait, you didn't get the last name.
Oh, the last name was Smart Jonathan.
Oh, did you call him that to his face?
No, we didn't want him getting a big ego.
Oh, what did you call him?
To his face, we
They
just
called him
called
Weird
Jonathan
Jonathan.
2.
Did you have weird nickname?
No,
Did you have weird nickname that no one told you to your face?
maybe.
We'll find out. Write them down and ask questions we must get answered.
What?
What his weird nickname was. We'll ask One Leg Jonathan.
But first we go to the Salty Dog.
Yes.
But first, yes.
But first, Tranya.
They have Tranya at the Salty Dog?
I think you have to go off-world for
Oh,
that.
no. I rolled a nat 1. They don't have Tranya there.
In fact, this is not in any part of the city now.
All right.
Wait, you're serious? You need to go get lunch right now?
We're
Yes!
gonna get it at the Salt.
I mean, I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah.
We've been traveling for days.
And if we ordered food at the Salty Dog, we would be less suspicious.
Very well. We'll go to the Salty Dog. Come on. I'll lock up as we leave. Hilwen is just like... They're just walking out the door, clapping.
Is this their favorite restaurant?
Do you like the Salty Dog? What's good?
Well, it's my favorite restaurant in town because it's a fusion restaurant.
What's it fusing?
The food's together.
Oh, like it's like
Like you
What?
mix your peas and mashed potatoes together.
so it's a stew restaurant?
No, like they have corn on the crab.
Oh God, this is just the tiny crab.
They
Well,
did
this
not.
is one dish. You eat corn, like that's on the crab. They fuse the foods together. It's a fusion restaurant.
What?
So they have to use adhesives?
No, they use magic.
They're using magic for that?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go
Does that
try it.
affect the flavor, the magic that they use?
I would hope so.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Oh, let's go get some corn on the crab.
I do not want corn on the crab.
We'll have other things, Olsef.
Oh,
You're being
there's-
picky eater.
Ah, they have more than 4 things on the menu.
So it's already better than tangy crab.
So lead the way.
all right. Hulwyn and Coromanth lead you across town.
I'm Mortax again.
Are we supposed to be in
Are
disguise
you carrying
again?
tens at the same time?
Sevens, yeah, in the little pouch.
Gargan asks you to bring him some food back.
What do you want?
I don't know, anything that doesn't sound disgusting.
Corn on the crab?
I'm not that big of a fan of fusion.
So do you just want to pick something up at local fast food place on way back?
Just bring me whatever you think sounds the best.
Maybe they have a bread and cheese fusion and it's
Don't
just
make it
cheese.
purposely gross.
Why does everyone assume the worst of me?
Because you regularly do it.
Yeah. We are not assuming. We are simply
I mean,
reporting what we
you
observed.
did just like absent-mindedly knock his glass off of the table and break it.
Well, why was it there then?
I mean, it was like next to him on the table. You just reached over and started pawing it off.
Well, if he didn't want me to break it, he should have picked it up.
Or glued it to the table.
I mean, I suppose that's fair. Just don't make it disgusting.
All my cups are metal because of that.
Do you want me to watch after your sevens?
No.
Tens.
All right, just figured it offer. I'm not going anywhere,
Alright.
and he's not exactly light.
Yeah.
It's just a lot to carry around town. I'm just trying to be nice.
No. You're trying to steal them again.
To go where? I'm literally having to leave town because of you.
Let's head out.
Let us go to the Salty Dog.
You make your way across town towards the Salty Dog.
Is there a dog?
There is.
On the sign
Is it the
or just in
mascot or is it
general?
just a
No,
stray?
there is a dog. And
Well, you
everyone's
better
sort of petting
test.
it as
Nines.
they go in.
Check to see if this dog is salty.
I can't speak with animal.
Okay.
Which is- okay.
Excuse me, dog. Are you salty?
Yeah.
He says yes, he is.
Ah, then we are at the right place.
Ask him
I like to roll in the salt pits.
who's in charge of security at the Gratfell Manor.
Who's in charge of security at the manor?
I mean, they kind of spread it all around, but the one that comes the closest is the estate's general manager.
Who's wait, I
Looks
don't
kind
know.
of like you, actually.
What?
Kind of pointing at Nines. It's,
That almost seems convenient and something we could use in the future.
What are you talking about? What's convenient that we could use in the future?
He's a general manager.
yeah, it's the estate's manager.
The stage manager looks like me. Probably just uglier, though.
I mean,
Alright.
it's not exact, but you're kind of close.
So,
What's
I mean, if I can trick a dog, I can trick everyone else.
what's their name?
Why would he know he's a dog?
ask the dog.
Wait, what don't I know?
The name of the manager.
Oh, Tabloffin.
To Bluffin?
That's
Yeah,
bless
better than
you.
mine.
What?
What?
Ah, Bark.
No.
So, could you please ask the Salty Dog?
I mean, you can ask him.
I can ask him. Yes, you who are a Salty Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we were to try to find...
You
You
can't hear
can't
the
understand him.
He said yes.
This
I am
is great.
talking to the dog.
I know, but you don't know what the dog's
understand.
I
answer is.
know, but Nines does.
That doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to
Extra
translate for you.
confusing.
Yeah, this is good.
So, you who are the Salty Dog,
Uh-huh.
would you please tell Nines the names and descriptions of the servants of and guards of the Grassfeld Manor who are most likely to let us in and let us out safely?
It's a very complex question for a dog.
Can I have a treat now?
When you tell him.
Treat!
What came out when you said treat?
Whatever it was, this whole
Something.
dog like that.
Do you have a table for that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I do. You know, what sort of
73.
unprepared fucking DM do you think I am? Where I don't have a whole table for your knife?
Sevens. This is a dog.
What is tens?
So what comes out of your knife is a little strip of salmon.
One for you. One for me.
Those would have been raw.
So, did the salty dog give you any information about who might be turned against this?
No, it's just a dog. It does not understand the motivations of...
God, why are we having like a whole animal interaction right now?
Because we have animals.
This is the DM's nightmare.
So,
What color do they wear?
the GM.
Gray?
Shall we go into here?
Well, I got 9 minutes left to spell. What do you think happened to Vervin?
Who's Farvin?
Tell me about tragic backstory.
Well, I was born in a litter
I'm
of
so sorry.
14.
You worked in the salt mines.
Nope, just lived by them. Like to lick up the salt and roll in it and chew it and play in it and carry it around, and then I came here.
And then I named a whole restaurant after you.
What? What's that say?
The Salty Dog.
What's that mean?
Well, you're a dog,
Uh-huh.
and you're salty.
Uh-huh.
So it's named after you.
What does the salty
It
dog
very
say?
clearly has a picture of you on the sign. Not that you can understand me.
Why would they name it after me?
I don't know you're there.
Can I have another treat?
Do a trick.
Poops.
That's not a trick. I can do that.
So wait, you think a trick is anything you can't do?
Yes, absolutely. Try again.
It starts pawing at you.
No, do a trick. I can do that too.
He like rolls over and starts kind of rolling around on his back.
Zoria, does that count as trick?
Yeah.
Salmon.
I go into the bar.
I continue to have 7 minutes of conversation with this dog.
Everybody else goes into the bar.
Welcome to the Salty Dog, the saltiest place in the city, I guess.
Insight check.
Is that how it goes?
You're outside talking to it.
I can hear the conversation.
Is this like a family restaurant situation, or is this more of a bar?
It's a family bar. Is that what we're calling it now?
How come
The whole
every-
family can get drunk here.
How come a third of the places we visit, we're apparently talking to trainees? Is it at least clearly labeled that they're a trainee?
Yes. They're a dwarf, and their badge says Margaret.
How's it spelled?
Margrette.
TTT?
TTE.
Oh.
And I have a very important flavor question.
Okay.
How many pieces of flair?
There's no flair here. It's very like slick inside. It's very, clean, and the walls are sort of bare. There's a lot of just exposed stone.
Is this like one of those fast food places that they bring the food to you?
No. There's loud music. The lighting's very low.
So you who are the trainee, is this table service, or do we order at the counter, and you bring it to our table, or do we just wait for it here at the pickup spot?
We seat you, and then someone will be around to take your order.
Are there anyone here is there anyone here who works at the Bedfellows estate?
Yeah, like half the people.
Are any seen? Well, let's look around. All right. Can we have a table?
Sorry, I asked if they're part of the Thieves Guild.
Are you part of the Thieves Guild?
Huh?
The illegal Thieves Guild that hides under the city.
No.
Okay. That's what.
Did you do insight check?
15.
Pretty sure that they're not part of the Thieves Guild.
All right. Could we have a table, please?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Come on, let me show you. To table 49. 49!
So as we walk over,
It's over there. Thanks.
so do you want to be a host your whole life, or
No.
do you want to? If I give you a spear, do you want to go find your destiny? That's what we do with hosts at restaurants.
This is why no one wants to
What?
work anymore.
Why would I want a spear?
To go adventure and find your true calling.
Oh, I want to be a nail artist.
Like a blacksmith?
No, like I want to paint people's nails pretty things.
Oh.
How much does it cost to start that business?
I mean, not that much, but I'm gonna have to save up for a while. I'll probably need like, geez, at least 30 gold to keep it going for a while. Get my supplies, save up, and make sure that I can pay my rent. Enough to have a little advertising money, get some new clients. And I'll get there eventually.
What do I get if I invest in business?
I'm not really looking for investors.
What-
I throw 30 gold on the ground. I want to invest!
Okay, what do you want?
Shares in company!
And you have to paint his claws.
I mean, I can try painting claws. I've never painted claws before.
It has to be easy, I think.
There's not a lot of surface area.
Oh my god, they're so tiny.
Is there?
Oh my god, they go in and out!
They're just out all the time.
9 to 7 a day.
Is there a guy who looks like him who comes by?
Yeah. Yeah, there is.
To Blaffen?
Yeah, Mr. Tablafen.
The dog told us about him.
Huh?
The dog outside.
The salty one.
Did Margaret pick up the 30 gold
There's
if they're
a
on the
dog.
ground?
She is actively picking it up.
Okay,
yes.
I just wanted to make sure that was happening before I removed it from my inventory.
Are you talking about Salty up front?
Yeah, the dog.
Well, I really should have asked for his name.
Yeah, that was pretty rude.
Well, he's a rude dog.
Was he?
Yes.
I couldn't hear him.
I mean, you could hear him, you couldn't understand him.
Right.
Yeah, there was a like.
It was pretty cute.
Yeah.
So, when you invest in that nail business, you'll need this, and I give her my spear.
Hey, Margaret.
Is this like a cuticle pusher?
No, a
for
hobgoblin
giant-
threw it through my chest.
Hobgoblins do their nails with this?
No, they threw it through my chest to try and kill me.
Why do I need this for doing nails?
In case some hobgoblins come in.
Yeah. And ask for a spear back.
All right. Thanks, I guess. I'll put it with my stuff and take it home at the end of my shift. Here's your table. Thank you for the money. We can talk business, I guess, later.
What are you talking about?
Didn't you just invest?
Oh, that's right. Yes, I did do that. Yes.
Well, we can talk afterward.
Yes, we have important business to discuss.
Okay.
Can I get the menu?
Yeah, sorry. Here they are. Your server will be with you soon.
What's my server's name?
Your server's name is Torvin.
What's his tragic backstory?
He works here.
You're here, I guess. I don't.
That's okay. We'll ask him ourselves.
Torvin comes over. It's a halfling. Well, hello everyone. My name is Torvin. Oh, welcome to the Salty Dog. And have you had a chance to look over our menu?
We've had the menu for like 3 seconds.
Well, let me give you a few minutes to look that over. And while I'm here, let me tell you about our specials. Today, we're offering a watermelon pasta. It's the chef's specialty this week. And let me tell you, it's really an interesting dish.
Interesting.
Notice he didn't say good.
I was amazed at the flavors.
So you who are Torben,
Yeah.
is there anything available that is not fused?
No, this is a fusion restaurant. Everything on our menu has been fused together by our expert chef and culinary inventor.
What is the water fused with?
Lemon.
The water? The water's not on the menu, so it's just water.
Do you have cheese and meat fused on bread in a stack?
No. We do have some meat bread.
You couldn't even say meat bread.
No, the concept was just too ridiculous to get out.
Yeah, I'll take a meat bread.
So, isn't that just meatloaf with just more
Breading.
meat between it?
The image in my head, which you'll see in a moment, is just top notch.
Do you have bread meat?
No, just meat bread. Last week we did bread meat.
So, what is the least disgusting fused thing that is on your menu? We have a friend who would like something like that. For takeaway.
The least. This is done. This is just absolutely stupid.
Have we found out how to break into the...
Do you have an egg fused to a stick?
What? Why are we role playing this?
You said it was a fusion restaurant. This is your ride that we're on.
I mean, you guys are the ones that want to go to the
It
restaurant.
could have been just like a burger joint or something. No, with 3 kinds of burgers and a little condiment station.
I mean, they have that. It's just 3 burgers fused into one burger.
It's a burger where it's been the bread's been fused with the ketchup.
Is that bread
Mustard.
ketchup or ketchup?
Do you have
bread?
a fractal burger?
Oh no, we just ran out of those. Sorry.
Are
They
there-
increased exponentially.
Yeah, that was weird. We had a real rush on them.
Is there in the background, are there just jars of condiments that are just fused condiments? Like when you go to the store and you find the peanut butter and jelly in the same jar for some reason?
you nailed it. Like, so there's some bottles of wine that have been prepared with the meals, and I just pour them out.
We'll take 3 meat breads.
All right, and
That's not what I want to order!
It's what you want to order.
can I suggest
No.
starting off with some
What about Coromanth?
What kind of appetizers do you have at this
You
joint?
think we're gonna eat more? The 5 of us will eat more than 3.
This is disgusting. I will have crab lobster stuffed with taco.
And do not forget the takeaway of the least disgusting
good.
fused thing that you have.
Well, may I recommend with your meat breads a pairing of olive cheese? It is.
No, you can't recommend that.
It is a sweet and salty soft cheese paired with the flesh of an olive fused together into a very distinct flavor.
Yeah.
Not once in any of the food you described did you say this tastes good.
We need 4 meat breads and 7 of those cheese things.
With a lot of unfused water.
You want 7 olive cheeses?
How big are they?
I would say that 1 platter usually does it for a table.
Let's go with 7.
I would like this appetizer for the whole house, please.
I want to inflict this on everyone here.
Do we need to take a break?
No, you're right.
You need to take a break? Are you broken?
Yeah, we'd like to order an olive cheese for everyone here in the restaurant.
This is real stupid. Why did I allow this? This is my fault. Oh my god. I'm laughing so much I'm crying. Okay. Woo. Oh, that is terrible. Why did I invent olive cheese? Okay.
Or meat bread.
So we'll take 5 meat breads and an order of olive cheese for everyone here in the restaurant except us.
And the guy in the white suit will be paying for it.
Actually, do you have any pickle broccoli?
Ooh, fresh out of the pickle broccoli, my friend.
Ah, that is more than one thing that you are out of now. How come every time Nines wants something, you no longer have it?
We don't have any pickled broccoli, but we do have today's special alfalfa salmon.
That actually sounds the best thing out of all of this so far.
We take salmon and then fuse it magically to slowly be aged in our smoker and grow a special breed of alfalfa right up out of it. We cook it all at once and serve it to you fresh.
Has this restaurant ever been brought up on war crimes?
No, we don't go to war.
Was there a established on plaque somewhere in this facility?
No. No, there's not.
It's,
So,
when did this restaurant get erected?
We have been in business for a while now.
I would like a date, please.
Quite a long time ago. How long do you think we've been open?
3 months.
Ooh, longer than that, my friend.
6 months.
Definitely longer than that.
5 months.
Still definitely longer than that. We're in the quite a few months phase.
Like 9?
Oh, at
Best number.
least.
Under a year though, because you're still counting in months.
Oh no, it's probably more than a year. Quite a few months.
You
a
know
year.
there's
More than a
12
year,
months
but
in a
less than
year,
9
right?
months.
At least that. Yeah. Anyway, I'll be right back with your olive cheese and your meat bread.
Well, not our olive cheese.
Everyone else.
Everyone else's olive cheese.
Thanks, friends. And I'm going to bring over a complimentary pitcher of our house specialty. Our martinis. So, just wait for those.
A martini.
Are you going to tell us
pitcher?
what's in it?
Oh, we fuse martinis with the glasses, so you just chew the whole thing.
That sounds dangerous. Let's do it.
All right, I'll be right back. Also, there's cheese in the martinis.
Hey, Hilwin,
Yeah.
why do you like this place?
Oh, every time I bring someone here, they just can't stop laughing about all the stupid shit that's on the menu. It's great.
So you don't like the food?
No, just the people.
Why does everyone keep putting us in terrible restaurants?
I'm
Well,
going.
if I thought about it, I'd have to say that the show just wouldn't be the same if you guys went to a good place to eat.
I'm going to get up.
No one even acknowledges the fourth wall break there.
No,
No.
I'm too tired.
That took a lot out of me to deal with all of that.
Did the
So
what was the worst part? Was it the olive cheese?
I think the olive cheese is where we finally broke.
yeah, the meat, bread,
I-
meat.
Didn't help.
I don't like the server not telling us anything about the flavor profiles.
It's a very interesting flavor.
So didn't we come here to try to find people who would
Yeah.
help us infiltrate?
Well, now we're just gonna burn it down.
Well, that's what I was about to try and do.
Oh, okay. Go.
I'll get up and walk over to wherever there's a bunch of people.
Okay, sure. There's a fairly large group gathered at the bar.
Shit. Do you want me to be subtle about that?
No.
Just effective.
I'll walk over to the bar and say, I have money if you want to tell me about the Grotfell estate. Oh yeah, I'm on Dragonborn. I have money for information on the Grotfell estate. Anyone willing to take it?
It depends. What do you want to know?
Does anyone have a layout or a floor plan that they could draw up for us?
I mean, what are you interested in? Why do you want a floor plan?
I'm willing to pay money here for not having questions asked.
Yeah, well, usually folks like you get what you want, and then one of us gets killed.
That's happened before.
Who kills you, me or the Grotfells?
The Grotfells.
Oh. Well, I hate the Grotfells.
Yeah, so do we, but we live here. You're just traveling through, aren't you?
Yes.
Alright. So, what do you want from all of us? And they're all kind of looking now. Like there's a pretty big, diverse group of them there.
If you could put number values to how diverse they are.
So,
Okay, so I will explain this joke because by the time this airs, it's going to be weeks after the Activision Blizzard
diversity algorithm.
diversity chart thing came out, and that happened just yesterday. So that's the joke. I'm sure we'll all be forgetting about it by the time this airs.
I'd be interested in as detailed a possible floor plan of the estate and what you know about its security for legal purposes.
For illegal purposes?
Yes.
Well, at least you're honest. Okay. How much are you gonna pay?
I have 10 gold.
10? I love the rising question tone. You guys gonna look at each other? That's it. That's all you're gonna offer us is 10 gold.
How much do you get paid?
Well, that's a lot more than we get paid, but it's not nearly enough to risk our lives. So, how much you gonna pay us? Come on.
Gold.
100 gold.
There's a little murmuring going on. Make it 1,000 and I got a deal for you.
Offer 500 and a wooden duck.
Does this guy who just talked look like he actually knows what he's talking about?
I mean, you can't tell for sure.
Okay.
He might know what he's talking about. All that you see this guy is he's very large. He's taller than Ulsa. And looks to be about as strong, if not a little stronger than Ulseth. And has a lot of scars.
What do you do?
But is dressed very nicely. What do I do? I'm a blacksmith on the estate.
What's your name?
The name's Campbell. You are talking to an orc right now.
So, can you give a full layout of the estate?
Mostly. There's a few areas that I'm not allowed in. But I can do my best to sketch them from memory. I've been in every room in the house.
And you know what sort of security measures they have in place?
More or less. They don't tell me everything. But I can give you general floor plans.
If you throw in what everything you know about to Blaffen,
What do you want to know about Tublafen? I'll give you that for free.
anything and everything you know.
What's his tragic backstory?
I think his tragic backstory is that he got kicked in the ass too many times, and then forgot how to have, I don't know, anything less than a day of being a prick.
Well, it doesn't sound that tragic.
It's tragic for everyone else, and they all kind of start cracking up at that.
Can I just casually look at what they're eating here?
Sure.
What kind of food? Are they eating olive cheese or what?
None of them are eating olive cheese.
Okay.
Not even the ones that we ordered for them. Are they? Do they all get delivered to the tables?
Yeah, it's slowly being brought out to all the tables.
Did we start a riot?
No, people are mostly just confused.
So casually just sliding it to the side of the table.
The food that's in front of them looks like just normal bread.
So, to Blaffen, describe him other than being a dick. He's the general manager. What are his duties?
He keeps the estate in order. I mean, he's basically all of our bosses. He oversees most of the operations. He's the only one that gets to talk directly to any of the Grotfells. He still works for the head of the family, Ginthian. But it's expected he'll be one of the people that gets to stay on after Ginthian dies.
What's his personality like?
Bastard. To be fair, he's a right bastard to all the Grotfells, too. He's really good at his job.
Well, I have a question. Mm-hmm. Can each of you do your best impression of him?
I mean, we can try, sure. I'll sort of amalgamate them into a single approximation.
Oh, I want a bunch of sarcastic joke responses from it.
All right. Ask and you shall receive, apparently.
I mean, that's how I imagine people talk about some of their bosses after.
My name's Bluffin. You're doing your job wrong. You're stupid.
Does he ever say you suck?
Don't really think so.
That's not in his lexicon.
Not that I've heard him use.
Wow, what a loser.
He's just sort of an arrogant jerk. Seems to hate everybody. But I'll give him some credit. He knows how to keep things in order. I guess that's something. I will say I wouldn't want his job. He has to deal with other Grotfells. It's the one reason we don't totally shit on him and make his life miserable. He does keep the Grotfells off of all of us.
Does he hang out anywhere in the town?
Well, I don't see him too much. He's got the rest of us a pretty big family. Small family for him. You know, he's got about, I think, 14 kids. It's just a single litter.
I was gonna say, that seems like way too few children.
I mean, it's big for us, but small for Tabaxi families.
Yes, we have too many children.
How many siblings do you have?
11.
So
We ate 3 of them.
What?
What? Nothing.
Holy shit, Nines.
They didn't have names yet, so it's fine.
So you come from an extra small family.
You used to be 11.
Got those numbers down.
This got dark real quick.
The realities of kittens and cats. They do occasionally just eat the babies because they're terrible. So do guinea pigs.
So,
We're having
I'm
this
trying to make sure we don't look at
biology
small,
lesson.
cute animals the same way again.
where's Tebloffen's house?
Not too far from the Grotfell estate.
Give me an address.
He gives you the address.
Wow, we didn't even have to pay for that.
I told you. You can get whatever information you want about him for free. I appreciate that he keeps the Grotfells off of us, but he is a royal pain in the ass.
Does he have any weaknesses? Any
You need
hidden
to observe
secrets?
someone for like a minute, right?
To get their
Voice down.
voice and cadence down.
Weaknesses? I don't know.
Vices.
Vices?
Hidden secrets, things that he would not want other people to find out about,
Especially
things
you.
that he would want things to find out about.
By that very nature, he doesn't tell me those things. We're not exactly friends.
Who is his friends?
I don't think anyone is. He's got his family, and that's about it. As far as I can tell.
So, a layout of the estate expressly for legal purposes, with a focus on wherever the voice is staying.
Well, that'll be the hardest bit to get, but I'll see what I can do.
200 gold.
5.
4.5, and you get the wooden duck.
I'm not dropping lower than 5.
So cute. I got you that duck as a present.
I have 2 of them.
I got you both as a present.
And I make them a kiss.
500 gold.
Yeah.
And none of you say anything?
I think that's fair. I'll share it between all of us.
I have learned that you do not pay for everything in advance.
100 now, 400 when we get the map.
Seems fair.
Alright. Bring it to a dead drop outside a warehouse, an abandoned warehouse. And I give him the address of that, wherever the hell that warehouse was.
Okay.
Just leave it there, and you'll get your money.
Alright, I can do that.
I'm very good at this illegal stuff.
Where did you learn about dead drops?
What?
Where did you
I
learn
just
about
made
that?
it up.
You're a pioneer!
Congratulations.
Dromar taught me.
Who?
Dromar, my mentor.
The captain?
Yeah. We hang out with a
Dromar?
lot of criminals.
Is there anything else?
We're actively committing crimes.
Is there anything else that you think that we can, information we can gather from here at the Salty Dog?
Is there any, with that payment, is the security just guards? Are we dealing with magic security? I should talk like a lizard guy here, shouldn't I?
I mean, use whatever voice you're comfortable with.
Is there magic security we should be concerned about, or?
Well, yeah. I mean, most illusions get dispelled immediately on the grounds.
Just illusions?
Yes. It's not too hard to overpower. It came about because, well, the former lady of the estate got tired of her children playing tricks on her.
Alright.
It doesn't get rid of all sorts of things, but low-level illusions, they can't be cast there. More powerful stuff, probably. The spells aren't that powerful. Remember the dragon family. They're kind of cheap.
I'm just removing 100 gold from my inventory before I forget.
Okay.
Alright.
Did we get his tragic backstory?
Yeah, he works for the Grotpills.
Is that where he got all the scars from?
Yeah,
Did he say that?
he's a blacksmith. It's always hot metal.
Did you
and-
find out more about the alarms, the guards?
Are there any magic alarms?
Don't know. If there are, I don't know about those. I can guess that the more valuable things probably have some sort of protection on them. But I'm not much with magic. I'm a blacksmith. I am good at making accurate sketches.
Did they make you work on anything for Vin?
No. No, never touched anything further.
Do you
Saw
want
some
to?
of it move through, but... What?
I said, do you want to?
Not especially, no.
Alright.
I always found that stuff a little creepy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the blacksmith. I make sure that their fixtures are repaired, make them new weapons,
Shoes for their horses.
those sorts of things.
Do you take care of locks and keys?
Generally, I take care of those, yes.
Well, can we get key then?
To what?
Everything.
Skeleton.
Whatever is there.
I don't have a master key. I'll make keys for simple things. Their rooms, well, once the key is made, then the mold is destroyed.
It was worth a try.
Yep.
I mean, I can give you a key that can get you into a place like the stables, but
That could be an escape plan.
not much
Well.
else.
It would be very helpful if we were to get keys to whatever you can get keys to.
That are labeled.
Yes.
That'll be an extra 10 gold.
Alright.
5 gold.
I named my price, I'm not moving.
I already handed him 10.
That doesn't stop negotiations.
Yeah.
I'll bring you what keys I can when I bring the map.
Are you familiar with what is locked and what is not?
Every door in the entire estate can lock. I have made a key for almost every room. except the guest room at the top. That was made by somebody else. I don't know who.
So,
Guest room is at the top.
That's where they have all the special dignitaries and VIPs stay.
So the voice would be there.
I know the voice is there. Seen him.
Was he cool?
No.
I like him. He doesn't think voice is cool, but he thinks I'm cool.
We don't meet a lot of people who actually think the voice is cool. I'm beginning to think he's not that popular.
Oh, he's very popular. My daughter loves him.
We also talk to very seedy people, so
That's true.
if someone says they don't like NSYNC, you know they're evil.
well then.
Thank you, K. Moore. We're off to do more illegal things now.
Wait!
Just please stop sending us olive cheese.
I take a look at the olive cheese,
Okay.
and I take one.
Is it cheese in the shape of an olive? Like a big olive?
No.
Oh.
It's it's an olive that. Are you gonna try one?
Yes.
So it is an olive, and as you bite into it, and you pierce through the skin of the olive, and then your teeth come down on the pit. It's not like a biting through an olive with that sort of meaty texture to it. No. It's more like biting into bechamel. Soft and rich cheese with the flavor of olive mixed through it. You can also you can taste that there's a hint of red pepper that's been spread throughout, and it's all this swirling mass of flavored jamming.
Then why are people not eating it?
Because it's awful.
I'm going to sit down at the table and eat my bread.
So the bread that you're eating, the meat bread,
Yeah.
it is the shape of. I want you to picture like a nice, like a country loaf, right? It's a country loaf. As you slice into it, and it's crispy in its texture, and you see things
I was just
flaking
picking it
away.
up and biting.
Well, as you're like tearing it away, and it's kind of flaky, with a bit of that sort of baguette texture to it. The interior of it is soft and warm. It melts with marbled fat and
It is prime.
little mildly crunchy air pockets on the inside. The server comes over and says, "May I offer you some butter for that? Many of our patrons like to butter their meat bread."
What's the butter fused with?
The butter is fused with something that would be otherwise impossible. Lemon.
Lemon?
Yes, they fuse lemon and butter together.
All right. I'm gonna.
Finally!
I have
This
some.
is like the new Sprite.
I have something to make this more palatable, and I'll just spread some O'Doul's paste on it.
So, you are Torvin.
Oh, we're back there.
No,
Oh, the
no.
server is Torvin. Yeah.
Yeah, how can I help you?
Do you happen to have any fritters, or better yet, pretzels?
You know, it's funny you should ask. the
Snake pretzels.
the chef just got done now preparing his brand new dessert line. This is a real work.
You wheel it out on a cart.
I will bring it out. Would you like to try some? I think you.
I want a little
do.
display on a cart.
I think you do. I'm gonna bring some out for you. I'll be right back, folks.
Do you like the voice?
Do you like the voice?
I'm asking you.
Oh, I like what you like.
Can our server please just bring the tray of the plastic desserts that they don't? Back when they thought it was a good idea just to do not food to display what kind of food they have.
Yeah.
that was a time.
Back when they asked, would you like the smoking or non-smoking section?
Yeah. Oh, life in the 90s.
We all miss Homestar Runner.
So,
Getting home, watching Homestar Runner, catching that rerun of Home Improvement.
wow. This just got hyper specific. Welcome for the first time, 90s kids. If you grew up in the 90s, this is suddenly really relevant to you. We've been avoiding our own demographic for a long time.
Out of fear.
Some of us grew up when there was no such thing as a non-smoking section.
It was just smoking.
It was. That's all there was. Yep.
And look at what happened.
Well, hey, the good news is...
And we had leaded gas in all of the cars.
The good news is that we grew up when there was a non-smoking section, but it didn't matter.
No, it didn't. No.
Because it was still the smoking section.
It really ruined the flavor of our high-C Ecto Cooler.
The first non-smoking section I ran into was you walk into the restaurant and say, could I go to the non-smoking section? And there were 2 tables stuck in the corner with a little sign saying no smoking on them. That was it.
Yeah,
The good old days.
definitely helped.
The one we
Yeah.
want back.
Clear air everywhere.
Very clear.
Yeah.
And the drop tile ceiling,
Oh,
you
it was
lift those
very
panels
brown.
up, and it's just, you see the tile color about halfway up. You see the real color, and you're like, oh, I thought they had installed these at that sort of brownish color. And no,
What are we talking
wasn't.
about now?
Dessert. What's for dessert?
So they wheel out. I heard that you guys like apple fritters, so I brought you our apple fritter. And lays out a fritter. Looks just like a fritter.
I poke it.
What's in it?
It's an apple fritter.
And?
It's dynamic.
If I bite into it, is it gonna be like biting into an apple?
It is going to be an experience that's out of this world.
I haven't experienced this out of this world.
You
Do I
bite
need
it?
to roll a constitution check?
No. I mean, I guess you can. You don't need to, though.
So, Nines, what did you bite into?
I don't know yet.
So you handle a fritter.
I squeeze
And-
it first. I squeeze it a few
It
times.
seems to behave like you'd expect.
I bend it, just like...
Seems to do that.
Can't bend a fritter.
Knives can bend a fritter.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're just doing the kind of like,
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Otherwise, it goes.
yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't make that sound, but you know.
I pull the stem off of it.
Okay.
I bite into it.
As you sink your teeth into,
I don't sink it in.
Carefully. No.
The first attempt, we're not using teeth at all.
so you're just
Coming.
I'm coming. Oh, my-
you're just on it, and you. It textually it feels like a fritter does as you're like, on it.
Do it.
I bite into the fritter.
As you sink your
Son of a bitch!
as you sink your teeth into the fritter, it takes it's this dense mealy texture, and you realize that their apple fritter is fused with real apple on the inside. It's crisp and tart, and
There's a core.
you realize that there's even seeds in here, and that they've cheaped out and they've used Red Delicious.
The worst apple.
And your teeth are now embedded in this outside flaky crust that as your two little incisors pierced through, you could feel the skin of the apple break underneath it, and you now have the texture of apple skin and fritter pastry all wrapped in one, and there's not a good flavor to be found because it's red delicious.
Do you need an olive cheese to get that taste out of your mouth?
Isn't that a thing? I find it remarkable.
I hate
could
this
say
server.
I could say a whole lot about it.
I can't believe you're introducing the big bad of this 53 episodes in.
What? Torvin?
Yeah, I hate him
Whoever
now.
the chef is.
Who's the man behind the curtain, Alexis?
It's just Torvin back there. It was always Torvin.
Torvin's got a weird sort of like food magic that just pulls this
How,
stuff together.
how does Torvin hold his hands when he talks to me? Is he like,
Torvin holds his hands behind his back.
I kind of figured he just
what
like
is
the
he
hip
doing
thing.
behind his back?
He kind of has his hands behind his back, and he's standing like this, like. So, isn't that?
Does he
just
sometimes tuck his thumbs
dying
into his
down?
apron?
No, that would be on. He doesn't wear an apron.
How many other servers are in this restaurant?
There's at least 4.
Do they all look like Torvin?
No, I mean they're all wearing the same uniform.
Are they all acting like he is?
Oh, they all have the same sort of demeanor. They all have the, hey folks, how are you today? They all have that.
Well, Seth, I think this is a cult.
The fritter?
No, the fritters was terrible. I just throw it at someone's table.
I'm glad that you like it. That's the best reaction I've gotten so far.
Coromanth, pay the man so we can leave.
I'm not going to pay him.
You said that you were gonna pay for lunch.
I'm not paying for this.
Well, I'm not paying for this, and I walk out.
I'm
Wait.
not paying for this. Coromanth said that he would pay for this.
Is there someone eating the watermelon pasta?
Yeah.
I go up to their table and I take a bite.
Okay.
Sink your teeth into.
So you slurp the noodle up. The person who'd ordered this, she looks at you like, what are you doing?
I am taste tester. I am tasting tests.
You slurp up the noodle, and although it has sort of the qualities and physical responses of a noodle, as you are chewing it, the noodle has the fibrous texture of watermelon, and it lacks the starchiness that you would expect. It has been replaced with mild, watery sweetness. So as you chew, little like it gets watery in your mouth as you chew.
And then you
They
spit
have
out a seed.
served this with a tomato sauce.
Just
And
spit
the
out some seed.
Tomato sauce fused with what?
Well, I'm glad you asked. The tomato sauce has been fused, interestingly, with basil.
Okay, that doesn't sound so bad.
You bite into the tomato sauce, and you realize that most of it is actually just basil leaves. And they like taste fine, but there's so many of them that you're kind of they're getting in your teeth everywhere.
So it's a very basily juicy mouth.
Very wet. I cannot emphasize how wet this is. It's
like
watermelon
it's
pasta.
like canned spinach texture.
That's giving it a lot of credit.
I think that has more body than what this does. It's like eating a very dry salad with tomato sauce and then water. It's
Sweet
mildly
water.
sweet
And season.
and crunchy. It's that fibrous watermelon, yet somehow all slurps like pasta.
So before we leave the restaurant and
That we didn't
Coromanth
pay
pays for
for.
everything,
I already left.
is there anything else that you need to tell us that's been fused?
Was there anything else I can get you all before you leave without paying?
That's a common problem for this restaurant.
Oh yeah, we price it into our menu.
Great! I just leave. I do take the bowl of watermelon pasta with me.
From the lady.
Yeah.
Well, you've already eaten some of it.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I was eating that.
My lord! I was watching you for 5 minutes.
It's delicious.
Insight check.
Give me my watermelon pasta back. It's my favorite dish.
Now I definitely really need. I was just saying insight check. Now I actually rolling one.
Okay, go ahead.
21.
You can't believe this, but she's telling the truth. You're fairly certain she's not lying.
I hand it back and never return to this place.
Well, folks, I am glad you came here, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Remember us in your dreams.
Are those fused to something too?
When we have to roll for a pretzel
They
check
can be.
later, are we gonna roll at disadvantage now?
Maybe.
We didn't have a pretzel.
We'll definitely have a pretzel before we go to bed.
So, now that you're leaving the restaurant, where are you going to next?
So you need to hear to Bluffin talk, right? If we want you to impersonate him.
Is that the plan now?
I mean, if there's a guy who looks like you and you can impersonate people, you're the only one in the group that can impersonate people accurately from all your training. So
This checks out. Yeah, this is normal. Yeah.
so why,
It is very convenient that the person looks just like me and
so
is in a position of power.
exactly.
And that the changeling
He doesn't look, for the
can't-
record, you haven't seen him, but he does not look just like you.
Why don't we go to his house? I'm gonna turn into someone for him to yell at for a minute.
You're
And
gonna
you
have a
just listen.
stopwatch.
Does that work?
I think we can all just go up there and
Well-
just sell him something.
No, I want him to not know I don't want him to know our faces.
No, we will all sit back at a respectful
You guys
distance.
hide around the corner and just listen. Does that work?
Yeah, let us do that. It
And
sounds
then
like a plan.
I'll
We have
have
not
seen
had that
him,
yet.
and I can turn into him when we disguise you. We might need to change like a stripe pattern or something. I don't know.
Also, you can just turn into him and then sound like him.
Yeah, but I won't get the personality right.
Fine, let's do that plan.
All right.
Let's roleplay minute of angry yelling.
Let's head to his estate, his household that we got an address for.
Okay. You set off towards his household, and we're going to take a quick break. I hope that you all enjoyed, as much as I did, the fusion restaurant.
That was horrible.
I'm going to burn it down before we leave this town.
And we will see you all in a few. So in the meantime, get up, use the bathroom, and find yourself some meat bread. See you
Yeah.
soon. Welcome back, Dungeoneers. Hope you enjoyed your break and your meat bread.
No.
They're
No.
shaking their heads.
No.
They didn't like the meat bread. When we left off, you had just left the most interesting
No.
restaurant that you had been to. It was challenging. It was
an adventure.
adventurous. It
So-
was interesting.
What I realized is that having left the restaurant, that the only one who had anything at all to eat was Snines.
I ate like half a loaf of meat bread.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, did we bring our
Oh no,
Get
we
the,
forgot to
the
bring
doggy
the
bag?
least we forgot to bring the least disgusting thing that they have for takeaway.
I'm feeding the rest of it to the sevens.
no, it's
Seven's not
tens.
eating it.
What you love meat.
Good tens, deny your mother. Be like nines.
Remember what sevens did to nines.
That's what tens is best.
So you were Azoria.
Yeah?
How did you manage to eat half of that?
I was hungry.
Ooh.
It just tasted like meat.
Perhaps we will pass something along the road here.
I mean, I might.
Well, let us move very quickly to Blevins.
I have a question about that watermelon pasta I ate.
Yeah.
Like, are there just still seeds that somehow just get in weird places?
It's the seedless kind of seeds, so they're kind of like the underdeveloped white things.
The underdeveloped white things?
The small white
you know,
seeds
when
that
you-
are edible because they're not.
They
They haven't developed fully.
when you buy a seedless watermelon, it still has like seeds in it. They just harvest them early enough where they haven't like fully
Matured.
matured. So they're like
not
these little
hard
like
and-
white tab-looking things, and you can eat them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what's in there.
We're
Are we there
heading
yet?
to Blaffin's estate. Yeah?
Sure, you're there.
All right.
Wow, that was fast.
I'm glad we figured out the address this time.
You were talking along the way.
Do we have a map of the city?
Not really, but
We have Coromanth.
you have Coromanth
Coromanth
and
and-
Hulwan, and
yeah.
they're helping you out.
All right.
Someone
So
lives here, so
no, they don't
don't.
live here.
They don't. Neither of them technically live here. They're just familiar with the city.
Owen's from Costeria.
Well, do you all
Isn't
know tragic
Philwin's-
backstories of our compatriots?
isn't Hilwyn like living here right now for a while at least?
Temporarily while they try and get dirt.
Well, yeah,
on.
yeah. So
I don't really consider it my home. It's just kind of the place that I'm at for the moment.
well, that's clarity now.
There we go.
That's Claire, right there.
That's-
so
That was clearly
Coromanth.
clarified.
I would like to talk to Claire.
Coromanth.
Yes.
You're a ne'er-do-well. Where would 4 people hide so that they could hear the voice of the tabaxi we're about to meet?
How about in the bushes outside the windows?
I hide in the bushes.
Of course he would.
All right.
Can
My
I
eyes are
can
just-
I fit behind the bushes?
Not real well, but
His shoe
If-
stouts
if-
give him advantage on stealth.
if you kind of like lay down, you know, there's,
I'm just gonna wait around the corner.
there's like some bushes. So like, there's the front of the house, and the door is framed by like 2 sets of bushes, and you could lay down behind one of them.
I'll wait around the corner of the next house.
Okay. Nines, are you?
I'm in the bush.
You're in the bush. Okay.
Is it a prickly bush?
It's like an evergreen, so I mean it's a little pointy, but it's not really prickly. And you know, it's a trimmed hedge, so there's branches and stuff. It's not uncomfortable, but it's not comfortable.
All right. Prepare for my performance.
Are you gonna roll for it?
I turn into the kid from the pretzel stand,
Okay, sure.
and I change my outfit to look like basically just a dirty smock, sort of thing. Like,
Okay.
you know, like an apron and
All right,
basic, really cheap clothes.
got it.
All right. What?
Nothing. This
All right.
bush does not find you funny.
Okay. Good. I go knock on the door.
You have got this nailed.
I'm a changeling.
This is the best I have ever heard you do one of the voices I do. Great. I am
Thanks.
loving this.
Thanks, I'm not sure it's a compliment.
You go knock on the door?
Yeah.
Okay. A rather disheveled looking tabaxi answers the door.
Does he look a little like Nines?
I mean, a little bit. There's a passing resemblance.
Mr. Tabloflin, sir.
What is it?
I have something to report.
What? Who are you?
I'm a new hire at the estate.
Who hired you?
Well, it's a second cousin's, third aunt. I'm not good with the names. There's a lot of people.
Clearly. What is the problem?
So, there's a broken chandelier.
Which chandelier?
The big one. I was trying to clean it and I fell.
You were trying to clean the chandelier.
Yeah, yeah. I put a sponge on a stick and knocked it over onto some vase with a griffin on it. I don't know. It looked important. But
Nice eye twitch.
Thank you. I have practiced that for these moments.
Yeah, practice by talking to us.
I was trying to get a rag to clean up all the blood, and I knocked a bottle of wine onto that fancy guy who's staying here, the singy guy. Covered all his clothes with red wine, and he started yelling at me, and I backed up into like all these like holographic cats that stack up. They were in a case, and
Stop talking.
okay, sir.
Go away. I do not want to see you again.
But they told me that I should come and talk to you.
You have done so. Now go away.
But they told me I have to bring you back to the estate, or else they'll kill me.
I will be down in 3 minutes. Do not move.
But wait, sir. Wait, no, I stick my foot in the door. Ow!
What?
You're not gonna tell anyone, are you?
I will take care of it.
Should I also tell you about what happened with the bed?
The bed.
Yeah, the big bed on the second floor?
Madame Galandra's bed.
Yeah, I guess.
What happened with her bed?
Well, sorry. I'm just...
I think you should roll a constitution or concentration check.
Constitute. Is the door still pressing in on my foot?
Yes.
Okay. Well, this hurts a lot, sir.
I am aware.
Well, okay, so, I saw there was a feather in it, so I thought there might have been a goose that got into the bed. And so I started, tearing it open. And there's a whole lot of feathers. I think there's a bunch of geese that moved into the bedroom.
Never clean anything. Ever. Again. Anywhere.
You're being really nice about this. They said you were gonna yell at me.
I reserve yelling for those I can forgive. For those I cannot. I do not waste the energy. leave. I will be there soon.
Has it been about a minute? Has it been about a minute?
Yeah.
Okay.
I turn off my stopwatch that was ticking awkwardly in the background.
Bye.
Is your foot still in there?
You hear the door frame sort of like crunching under what is bound to be extreme anger.
Can I get closer to a window?
Yeah, sure. Make a stealth check.
Jeez, my stealth checks are terrible. 8.
Okay. You're not super well hidden. There's and you're kind of aware of it. Because there's not a great hiding place between like the window and the bush. There's like it's not awesome. Either someone in the street is definitely gonna see you like snooping in the window, or there's a pretty good chance that they'll notice like the cat head between the window and the bush. And you are aware of this.
As a cat, I just keep walking like I meant to do that.
Just walk away.
Just walk away.
Okay. So you're not gonna try to observe through the window?
Well, as I'm walking away, I take a look around and see if anyone noticed.
Make a perception check.
I got cat butt.
That's not good.
You
Do I see anyone? I am on the street.
can make a perception check too.
Okay.
You don't see anyone notice you.
25.
As I am master of stealth, I will try again.
You don't see people obviously noticing him. You realize that there's a lot of windows on this street. This is a little bit nicer part of town. There's some houses that are a little larger than the rest of the city. And there's a lot of windows with a lot of curtains drawn over them. And you kind of sense that maybe someone could be like watching you, but you can't be sure. But you do notice there's a whole lot of potential sight lines to see something suspicious.
Here, quick. Have some guidance.
Ah!
Sorry,
Oh,
my
go
hands-
away, street
My
urchins!
hands are clammy and wet. Sorry.
Like that fusion restaurant.
Have you tried our clams?
No, please, God. No.
We fused them with Parmesan cheese.
Can I stealth again?
Where are you trying to stealth to this time?
Did we see where he walked into his house? I just assume
to
he's
the
going to
door.
blow up in just a moment.
We didn't really.
He closed the door.
Like, I don't think I need to be
Like-
that close. I just want to know the cadence of his screaming.
You can hear his scream.
Oh, okay. then-
Oh, okay.
He is cursing very loudly.
What does that sound like? What does it sound like? If it's muffled behind a door frame.
Not dissimilar to that. He's speaking your native tabaxis. So they are curse words that you know quite well. The
Like
rest,
booger.
the rest of your companions
And dog.
And dong. The worst of the Tabaxavoy swears.
You're gonna get us banned. You said booger on air.
So
Sometimes I say booger flicker.
you do have
Ban me, Twitch! I dare you!
I think it's pronounced booger.
Booger flicker.
you are you're perfectly capable of hearing what the anger sounds like. He's shouting and yelling and definitely venting a lot of frustration.
Is he hitting anything?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, I think I burned this identity. I hope he never goes to Nordfell.
Oh no. If it doesn't happen canonically, it could happen in an improv.
I find a quiet spot to turn back into Orthox.
Okay, sure. You do that.
I poke my head around the corner of the next house and say, "Are you finished?"
Can you do a perception check to see if someone just saw you snooping around a corner?
No. We're all set here, I think. Yes, Steins?
Shall we go to?
Yes, I think I'm good. We probably got it figured out.
Yeah.
Me being classically trained actor.
Let us
Are
go to
you?
the Thieves Guild.
Well, I classically leveled up and picked that as a feat.
What?
What?
The simulation is breaking down again.
Classically,
No, we're not in a simulation. That was like 2 sessions ago.
What?
What?
Oh no, we are having a space-time
okay.
distortion.
No, we're not going to be in space until the one shot.
Where are you going now?
Should we check out the you said the Thieves
The
Guild?
Thieves Guild, yes. This food might be better there.
Okay. So you want to go to the Thieves Guild?
Yes.
Yeah. We're cool. We're cool.
9 stole something once.
It was
What
pie.
did you steal?
A pie.
A whole pie.
You stole a pie.
And the pan.
Yeah, it's a whole pie.
I have.
You want me to show you? I do a smell check.
A smell check?
There could be a pie just chilling on the windowsill.
Okay, make a perception check. Sure.
18.
Oh, sure. I mean, yeah, there's a pie. Why not?
I search for the pie.
You find the pie. It's not hard. It's a fragrant rhubarb pie.
It's a fusion pie.
I stole 50 gold worth of the Voice's personal jewelry. I still have that.
Did you steal anything else from him?
Some bottles of Chateau de...
I have a whole lot of really bad wine that I had. Like a lot. I've been trying to go through it, and I've mostly been burning it on people.
We're the good guys.
Well, burning it and then throwing it.
We gave it to pirates and they threw it on people.
I stole 5 pounds of platinum silverware.
From?
Well, it was more like reclaiming it, I think. It was from an abandoned city.
Coromanth! Coromanth! I'm stealing pie. Are you watching?
I am watching.
I'm gonna do a stealth check.
Go ahead. Do a stealth check.
I got a 15 on my stealth check.
I mean, you steal the pie. It's not hard to steal the pie. You feel like no one probably noticed you.
I didn't
No,
steal it,
no.
but I have this cool cup.
I have an audience, so I know at least one person saw me steal this pie.
Yeah, at least one person saw you steal the pie.
Does Coromanth look impressed?
Make a perception check. No, make an insight check.
8.
It might be.
He's very impressed. I've never seen him steal pie.
I have this cool cup. I didn't steal it. It was given to me.
I like how we went from
we
we
gonna
don't
just
trust
stick
Coromanth to
it?
I wonder how many things I've stolen would make him feel impressed.
I stick it on his
You
ear.
guys had this like real quick, like trust arc with him.
This is
I
like-
don't trust you.
This is...
Hey,
this is
listen.
a person-
Coromanth, watch me
if
steal
you
things.
if you get through the fusion restaurant together, that's basically a blood oath.
So this is the person who stole all of our gold right under the nose of the company house.
Yeah.
And now you're showing him all of the objects that have value.
No, not all of them. I have a lot more. I keep it all in this bag here.
What, this large bag of holding
Yeah,
where we keep
it's
all our
magic.
valuables?
It's a rare magic item, actually, in and of itself. Here, put this cup to your ear.
Why?
It's magic.
What will it do?
Clean your ear.
Clean my ear.
Yeah.
My ears need cleaning.
Everyone's does. See, it doesn't hurt. It looks empty, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks empty.
You gotta hold it there a little longer.
It gets clean if you don't put it there.
Alright. I'm not taking it off.
And it keeps on cleaning. Why do you have that?
It was a gift from a dear friend.
Why did you keep it?
Because it's a gift from a dear friend. Oh, should I show him the fervent thing?
No,
Oh, but we stole it from him.
no,
You think that will impress him?
Yeah.
no.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure he's impressed with me stealing a pie, so I don't think he'll be impressed with whatever you have.
So was the rhubarb pie fused with anything?
No, it was just a rhubarb pie. Why would someone fuse?
We could have stolen it from the chef. That could have been his house.
It wasn't. That chef doesn't live in a nice house.
So, are we at the Thieves Guild?
Just
I mean, you haven't really.
head of there.
Coromanth was going to ask, and then he just started like showing him things you stole.
And actively stealing things
Yes.
in front of him.
Yeah. So can we be in the Thieves Guild now?
Why do you want to be in the Thieves Guild?
So we can ask people about how to break into the house.
Fine. I can bring you to the Thieves Guild. But you'll have to be blindfolded for part of the way.
Why?
You're not a real member yet.
We
You're
didn't steal any.
Provisional.
Does that count?
I don't know what provisional.
I think it has to do with food.
Oh, like provisions.
Yeah.
Okay, we're in.
Fine. Follow me. Coromanth leads you through a series of alleyways, actually through a couple of occupied homes.
When we get blindfolded, can I use my shape-shifting abilities to subtly make my forehead smaller and smaller so that until my eyes are peeking up outside of the blindfold?
I think he's gonna catch on.
I'm just asking.
I mean, I think technically, yes, you could do that as a changeling, but they're just gonna put a bag over your head.
Oh,
Don't you? Isn't there a species that have like a third eye, like right up here?
not
You
that
could be
I've
a spider and
seen.
have 8 eyes.
Oh, I could turn into a spider. Anyway, we're going with Coromanth.
Coromanth, are we there yet?
He leads you through a series of twisting and turning passageways, going behind, through, under, and occasionally over buildings. And eventually he arrives at a rather unassuming business. It's a little later in the day, sun is starting to set, and he knocks on the business's door.
Is it a special knock?
No, just a regular knock on the door.
Are we all knocking on the door?
I'm
No.
not.
Someone
We're
comes
doing
to
sound
answer.
effects.
We're a high production value.
How may I help you? I have 3 guests. I would like to have us be joined by their presence for tonight's dinner. Do you still have accommodations?
Should we tell them we're good at stealing things?
I'm still carrying the pie.
The
so.
woman who answers the door just says, "Ah, very well. Come, please come in, all of you. we still have some tables available in the back. She leads you past a counter. It looks to be a fairly straightforward bar. She leads you through a doorway, past the kitchen, into another room. Now, if the three of you wouldn't mind putting these bags on.
We were told there would be blindfolds.
Technical difference, I suppose.
There is quite a difference between a blindfold and a bag.
I put on the bag.
Okay.
What's it smell like?
Little musty?
Can someone else put the bag on my head? I'm holding the pie.
Sure. Someone else puts the bag on your head. There's a little, tie, and then they...
Is it like a bow tie or one of those bolo ties?
It's a drawstring tie, so closer to a bolo. I mean, it is. A bolo tie is basically a drawstring
string with a
tie
rock on it, yeah.
with like a little clasp. So you are led through a series of passages.
Can I try and keep track?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. Make an intelligence check.
Good. Mm, 13.
You kind of make a mental map in your head, but you realize partway through, like, you're not getting all of it. You could have, like, a partial reconstruction, a vague idea of which way you went. There were a lot of turning elements. When you get into another room, you kind of feel yourself go through this doorway, and the pressure changes. You can feel it kind of shifting into a different environment. It's colder, more damp here. You're led to some chairs, and they help you sit down. And you hear some kind of low, rumbling conversations going on. Coromanth then takes the bags off of your head, one at a time.
Do I still have all my belongings?
Yes.
Do I still have my pie?
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing is stolen from you.
Did they put a bag over Tenz's head?
No.
So he knows the directions. We just have to speak to him.
I have a harmonica for that.
Yes, he just needs to learn how to speak.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Thieves Guild. It's a fairly well-lit room with comfortable chairs around nice oak tables. There's a bar that looks like it has fairly good decors behind it.
Is it an open bar or is it a cash bar?
It seems to be a cash bar. Now, what would you like to discuss here? You asked me to bring you. I have. What are you hoping to gain?
Ways to circumvent magical and others unknown security that might be in the keep. The manor we just escaped from the keep.
Maybe someone good at smuggling.
I can ask around. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to order us a round of beverages and see if any of my friends may be available. He excuses himself and heads over towards the bar, where there's a little bit larger congregation of individuals, and he seems to be placing an order for some drinks.
Do we recognize anyone in the Thieves Guild?
No.
So can we just walk around and be like, so you like being a criminal too?
I mean, sure.
Ooh, I'll walk around and do that.
Yeah.
That's a
Offer
very
people
nice thing to
pies.
do.
Is there someone brooding in the corner, flipping a knife or something?
Doing like the knife between the finger thing.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I
go
mean,
up to
let's lean into the tropes, right?
I go to the guy with the knife.
Okay.
Excuse me, guy with a knife. Could you cut my pie?
Very delicately. With absolute precision.
Can I see if there's a name that's been etched into the blade and then crossed out, like gouged out, or anything mysterious like that?
You see a series of lines and dots in it.
I copy them down.
You recognize them as changeling numbers.
Really?
Well, this nice knife. Where'd you get it?
I've had it for a while.
If you tell me a story, I'll give you pie.
What kind of pie?
This rhubarb pie. I might be able to make, I don't know, whipped cream on it? I don't know, I never tried it. Whipped cream.
It just pours cream out, probably.
Yeah, it just pours cream.
Yeah, what's
It's
that?
halfway there. Would you like this pie?
It's damp.
Yeah,
Like-
I like that pie. Give me that pie.
I give them the pie.
Now tell us the story of your knife.
Pulls out a rather comically large fork. like if the knife
serving
were
fork?
no, if the knife were part of just like a silverware set, he has a fork that's equally as large as the knife that just looks like normal silverware, but it's like oversized. He just starts cutting the
Creamed rhubarb. When they do that, like they have to kind of angle it so like one of the prongs. Like,
Oh
go
yeah,
pa-
it's super awkward. It's not useful at all.
So where'd you get the knife?
My best friend had it for a long time.
Who's your best friend?
Best friend's name was Javal.
What do they do?
Unfortunately, Javal died.
Did they have a last name?
Oh, why you want to know that?
I might be familiar.
Familiar with what?
Those symbols on that knife.
Just a bunch of scribbles. What you think they are?
Numbers.
His name was Solani.
Do we know which numbers those are?
Yeah, you can see it says 9978.
So you know the nature of your friend then.
Friend was a lot of things to a lot of people.
That's very true.
A changeling to some, I assume.
Why would you think that? He's still. I hope you guys are getting the like.
The
He's
knife.
just slowly stabbing between his
Yeah.
fingers.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I thought he was just stabbing his hand at this point.
I come from
I
the
hope they don't
Sulani
charge
as
extra
well.
for the damaged furniture.
Yeah, that's mighty interesting. Haven't met one of your kind in a long time. Been more than 2 decades since my old friend passed.
That's almost 30 years.
Where did you meet them? The math checks out. It is almost 30 years.
I really want to throw something at you right now. Nothing that I can throw at you without making my life worse. All right. I'm recovering from that stupid comment. Yeah. Well, how'd you recognize these symbols? He said that he was the only one that could read them.
I assume he went to a place where he found them.
What place would that be?
A lost place.
I like how coy both of you are being.
Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Don't know, he didn't share everything with me.
I set one of the Understow coins on the table.
That's not interesting.
Yes, it is. What do you know about it?
No, that used to be worth something. It used to be worth a whole lot of something.
You don't know anything, do you?
Make a perception check.
Perception, not insight. Oh, I'm spotting something.
Yeah.
17.
You notice that their hand is a lot smaller and a different species than their face.
Ah, okay. I see. Are you Javal?
No, Javal died a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. But lives on in a different way in our hearts.
Always remember Javal.
So what part of the Sulani are you from?
Quit talking about that out loud.
Oh,
It's not safe around here.
yeah, I know. They have like all of our clan up in a keep about 2 miles north of here.
What? He pulls you. He grabs you.
Like being really coy and then just stopping.
Grabs you. Grabs Ulseth. Kind of like shoots a look over at Llewyn and Nines and just like, pulls you over into one of the more quiet corners. It's fairly well lit in here, so there's not like some dark corner that no one can see. What do you mean you have a whole bunch of us held in like a keep or so? What's going on?
Oh, yeah. So you haven't been around the clan for a while, have you?
A long time.
Okay, so you know Brukelian.
Yeah.
He raided with the Tashiranin, the clan, grabbed a whole bunch of our people and our Orop Mall. And he's been using us to manufacture stuff with it. So apparently they're all being held, including my family, in the keep 2 days travel north or something. His secret keep.
You stay right. You stay here.
How
Gonna
long?
keep eating my pie.
You just come. You give me a few days. I'm gonna go figure this out.
All right. Well, we have a job in about a week.
Nobody gets to fuck with me and my clan. And especially not that son of a bitch Brukelion. That arrogant pig. All of us in here. Oh, we're gonna show him what for.
Well, I think it's Glenvy doing it now.
What happened to Brukelion?
Didn't you hear he like disappeared like a couple months ago?
Don't pay much attention to all that. But
This is the part you're also going to be coy about.
Yeah. I run hot and cold.
Yes.
All right.
We have heard from many places that he has been gone for many months.
Did you go to Anrista?
I found it once years ago. That's where I found this knife. It's just sitting outside
You
the
got
city.
that hat.
It's a pretty nice hat.
It is pretty nice hat.
The feather's from me though.
It's a pretty nice feather.
It's a nice feather.
It's from a sphinx.
Ah. Do you like gum?
Pretty nice Sphinx.
I do like gum.
Here.
I would have figured you'd still be chewing it after 30 years.
Where'd this come from? It's delicious.
It's pretty good.
Come on.
Pretty good.
It's from Anrista.
That's pretty good.
Did you not look under every surface?
Couldn't go inside. I just walked around the outside of the city, found
Oh.
some scraps sitting out there.
Oh, Clan Buria's there now.
Okay, well, when I get back from scouting this place out, we're gonna have a lot to unpack.
Oh, okay. Like, should I bring my bags then, I guess? Sorry, that was an all-staff joke.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna call some of my good friends who know who I am. We're gonna go figure this out.
Oh, that'd be really convenient if they figured it out.
Well, do you think the rest of the world just doesn't advance their own plot?
Without us?
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I'm never around.
Your
you who may or may not be Jabal. Yes. Do you know anybody who could assist us in breaking into the Gradfeld?
Have you been paying? What notes are you taking?
You're acting like nines right now. It's really awkward.
What does all this say about like the important plot stuff?
he's writing poetry.
Do you know anybody who could assist us in breaking into the manor, but more importantly, also breaking back out?
I'll make sure everyone here gives you as much help as you can get.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be great. You guys are really nice for a Thieves Guild.
Yes, you are. You
know
must
what?
have some sort of code of honor.
We do.
Yeah, they talked about it.
Like, that's what we do. Why wouldn't we have a code of honor?
You're thieves?
Yeah, we steal from, rich bastards.
I guess there is honor among thieves.
No, we try to give back to the community and help them out. We don't keep that much for ourselves.
They seem pretty nice.
You know what? I'm going to share the rest of this pie with all of them.
That would be pretty nice.
I put the pie out for display and put free for everyone on a little piece of paper.
And not poisoned so they don't get suspicious.
That's a good point. I write not poisoned.
Well, people were a little trepidatious, and then you put the not poison sign. Oh,
Well, you know, that now that you say it that way, I can see how they can be misconstrued. I put a
cross
little.
it out.
No, don't cross it out. But I put a winky face on there.
Yeah, to let them know that, like, don't take it too seriously.
Don't worry, it's not poisoned.
everyone's lining up for the pie.
I put a cup or a bowl of cream next to it too.
Your newfound companion gets up, signals to several others.
What should we call you?
I know midnight brunch.
No, we're Midnight Brunch.
You can just call me Javal.
All right.
But you said he died ages ago, like 30 years ago.
You're not keeping up, are
Your
you?
friend's a
No.
little slow, isn't he?
And
I can't say
all
words.
of us are 30-foot movement speed.
I can use a special ability to go twice that.
She walks off, having changed her form completely at this point. and signals for several folks over at the bar. And they set down their drinks and instantly follow her out.
We made a friend.
They left their drinks on the bar.
Free drinks! I take one of the drinks.
Okay?
How is it?
Oh, I'm just holding it to look cool.
I'll hold one to look cool too. I'll lean on the bar a
Coromanth
little.
comes back over. He and Hulwin are carrying beverages for everybody.
They're just giving these out.
Yeah,
It's free drink!
it looks cool.
You gotta know people, Coromanth. You gotta know how to chat with people and get along. I take a sip and go and spit it out.
Why are you guys drinking the nose juice?
Is this a reference to a certain show?
It's definitely a reference to a certain show.
Smells like
Pretty
LaCroix.
nice. I take a sip and then have my nose rapidly change to different types of noses. That's what nose juice does.
If y'all don't know what I'm referring to, you're missing out. Go watch our Flag Bean stuff. Just go watch that
That's
if
good.
you have access to HBO. It's excellent. Love it. Gay pirates.
Renew it, HBO.
Yeah, what's taking so long?
I don't know. It's been the #1 like streaming show for like 10 weeks or something crazy.
So, yeah, we already made friends and a bunch of people agreed to help us and stuff.
To help you break in,
Yeah.
We're friendly people.
they just ran off.
Yeah, they're going and telling everyone or something. Not telling everyone, but like going and like getting the crew together or something.
I bet they have a sweet montage. They're gonna play some cool classic rock music.
Yeah, it'd be really cool if we were with them, but we're not.
Okay. So, what's the plan then?
Well, they're gonna get us info, I think, on how to get past security.
Did you talk to them at all about what we're trying to break into?
The manor.
And what we're trying to get?
No.
When we're trying to get it?
No.
Oh wait, I thought we did tell them we had a timeline.
Yeah,
I think I said I have a job in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
a week.
they know roughly, approximately, more or less what time we're flying.
So they didn't go. They don't have any information about what we're doing, when we're doing it, why we're doing it, or what the objective is. And they're going to scout something for you.
Oh, they're going to scout for Killian's Keep, I think. To get the changelings.
We're good at this. Things are already happening.
It may be useful later, it is not useful now, unfortunately. We need to scout the
They said
manor,
that-
not the keep.
Oh, well, what did
They
you
said
give me
that-
to drink?
Yeah.
I got you some champagne, I thought. I don't know, it was celebratory. New friends or something.
At any rate, they said that they were going to find some people who would help us learn about how to break into and also break out of the Ulstein Grotfeld. I said it right.
Yeah,
this
they said
time.
they were going
Manor.
to talk to some friends.
Well,
Instead of saying
in the
Grotstein.
meantime,
Grobstein, I think you said.
I've got the names backward mixed up. It was that fusion restaurant. All the words.
It really got you scrambled. Order some onion rings here or something.
That sounds very good.
in the meantime,
Why are these fuse of dumplings?
I was able to find an old acquaintance of mine. Someone who actually has been working at the manor.
I think he means a lover.
No, I don't.
He's overcompensating in that denial.
Insight check.
I don't have lovers.
Well, I got a 9, so.
I've never had lovers. It's not really my thing.
Why are we finding these things out about him?
He's just a very honest person.
Now that we're friends, we have to learn everything about each other.
When did
What?
we become
What do you want
friends?
to know, Soria?
We became friends when I put his hair in a jar.
That is the best way to make
How
friends.
did
That's
the
how I made
three
all
of
my
you
friends in
ever
high
manage
school.
to outsmart me.
Dumb luck.
apropos. Now, I was
We were
able
apropos.
to
What a Poe?
find an
Apropos.
old acquaintance of mine that works at the estate. And a woman sidles up to your table. A halfling female. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. What's your name?
My name is Charna.
How do you spell that?
Charna.
Does anyone find it weird that we keep asking people how to spell their names?
No weirder than
I
us writing it down in journals in front of them.
That's why I don't respond in the character's name
No.
or voice, not name. I don't.
Well, I guess
respond in
you
the
do
character's
respond
voice.
with the character's name.
I do respond in the character's name. I don't respond in the character's voice because it's a player question, not a character question.
Okay, I'll make sure to start saying it in a character voice.
There you go. Like I said, name's China. Heard you're having some difficulties with the estate. Need to get in?
And out.
Out is important too. We learned that.
Yeah. I learned that the hard way. I just spent the last, 2 months in a prison. Secret prison underneath the keep. Crazy stuff.
Yes, we were all there.
We abducted the commander.
Which commander?
Oh, one of those Gargan.
You abducted Commander Gargan.
We did not abduct him. He said that he wanted to leave, and we helped him go.
Well, heavily influenced by some sort of weird drug thing.
Well, you all are more impressive than I give you credit for.
Thanks.
I don't think that's true.
I assume my face is just covered in pie right now.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's all
100%.
stuck in the fur.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being really high and 1 being low, how impressed are you now?
I'd say a solid 8.
That's almost best number.
Almost.
Now, I have a little bit of a soft spot for Brukelian. You guys don't know what happened to him, do you?
I look at Coromanth.
I look at Olsef.
No.
I look at 9s.
Coromanth is looking back at you just like,
Now I
why
look
are you
at.
looking at me?
Now I look at Coromanth.
Why are you looking at me?
No, we
Now
don't.
I look at Zoria.
I look at Hilwyn.
I look at the ceiling.
Hilwyn is like,
I take another sip of champagne.
okay.
So,
They still. Now how
I
impressed are they
I've
with
been
us?
worried about him, but I don't trust his sister.
Yeah, Glenby's the worst, right?
Yeah, she is. Nothing like my sweet, tender Brukelian.
I look
I
at
miss him.
Zoria. Then I look at Olsef.
I look at 9s, and then I look at Zoria, and then I look at Hilwyn. I
Are
don't
you
look
going to
at
try to
Coromanth.
embarrass
Oh, yeah.
Glenvy?
Glenby will never be able to become the head of the family after what we have planned.
Okay. What do you have in mind?
We're gonna steal a bunch of stuff from the voice, and maybe them as well.
Maybe we're on performance.
Well, I might be able to help you.
Oh, everyone's so helpful in the Thieves Guild.
They are.
This is a nice place. Why they should have one in Nordfeld.
They should open a branch in Nordfeld. We know a place.
I can get you the key to the guest bedroom on the 3rd floor.
That would be
But-
very helpful. Oh, there was a but.
I need something in return.
What?
I need 2 things in return.
Oh.
Is it Berkelian's hair?
It isn't going to keep
No.
escalating. You said a thing, and now it is 2 things. It's not going to become 3, is it?
Do you already have Brukelian's
Might
hair?
be. I have plenty of Brukelian's hair.
All right.
Does she pull it out of a vial and smell it?
No.
I don't smell it.
We're not talking about you.
I know.
I know what you do with our hair,
I
so.
need you to make everyone think that Glenvy has terrible smelling gas. I want you to make her fart in front of everybody. She's so uptight and terrible. She's a good embarrassment for all the other dragon families. But I also need an autograph from the voice.
So that's a bit too far. We can make Lady Fart on.
Signed with a kiss.
Like he has to go like that on the picture?
No, he has to sign it, then kiss it.
Oh, okay.
How will you know if they actually got kissed?
Oh no.
It'll have the lipstick mark.
I know the shape of his lips like the back of my hand.
What does the back of your hand look like?
Well, it's got a little mole over on the right side of it.
And a scar.
And there's a little burn mark from when I touched an oven when I was 16, and that's right above my thumb.
It checks out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, someone asked me what the back of my hand looks like. I would have no idea what to tell them.
So,
So the voice's lips look like that, with a little mole and a little scar.
no, his lips look like his lips. I'm just saying that I know what his lips look like as well as I know the back of my hand.
Without prying too much, but I will. How do you come to know this about the lips?
I have every poster he's ever made.
You know, he doesn't actually make the posters.
I know, but he says that he designs all of them like within close contact with their actual designers.
So,
He's super attentive to his work.
how do we make Glenvy fart in front of everyone?
Oh, I
That's
could-
your
Chance
problem,
imagine.
not mine.
Would you suggest
Do we have a
it?
deal?
I mean, I have minor illusion. Now, I could wait until we level up and I get major illusion, then we can be
If you
massive
just
fart.
walk past her wearing a certain kind of shoe, it might just.
How would
have
Nine
this-
Shoes help in this situation?
Nice. All right. That's the deal. Take it or leave it.
Can you tell us anything else about the defenses of the mansion with that deal?
You're not going to get any illusion magic past any of the defenses in the castle.
Anything else? We already knew that.
You can maybe disable a lot of the defenses if you take out the fervent generator.
Where is that?
It's in a small building on the north side of the compound. Most people just think it's a storage room. Supplies for guards. Oh, but no, it's so much more than that. They've got a massive fervent crystal in there that's powering everything for miles that they own.
Alright.
So you're gonna give me that autograph? You gonna embarrass Glenvy?
Yep.
We have a deal then?
Yeah, do we have to do like a blood oath or what? As I start cutting my hair.
I need the autograph. Then I get you the key.
We have to get you the autograph before the key.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. We'll set up a meeting and you can get the autograph in person from the voice. He used to be in a band with the voice. Back when he was...
Why is she making this deal? This seems like a lot of extra work.
All right.
Maybe
You
the
tell
voice
me
will
where
even
and
kiss
when.
you.
And you'll have your key.
Meet us at the. I don't know anywhere in this town except for that fusion restaurant, and I'm not going back there.
Meet us at this desolate warehouse.
Meet us at this desolate warehouse where I'm going to be dropping 400 gold in a barrel.
You know, why don't we just rent a room in a hotel or something?
Oh yeah, that'll work. What? Where?
I mean, there's hotels all over the city.
Oh,
Do-
what? We're new.
How about one of the nice ones? I mean, we don't want to be embarrassed in front of the boys.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's a nice one?
The silver carp.
Not the golden carp.
No. That would be way too ostentatious.
All right. Well, come by the Silver Carp tomorrow at
A time.
2 p.m.
Okay.
and
I'll be there.
one of my associates will escort you up to where we'll have the voice ready to meet you.
All right. Good. I'll bring the key.
Perfect. But don't let the voice know what we're doing.
I won't.
Okay.
And that's where we're gonna end today.
That was a weird lady.
We'll see what happens with her and your voice escapades when we return next week. Until then, I hope you all stay safe and
Stay away from literal fusion restaurants.
Yes,
Stay away
do
from
not eat
literal
at
fusion
literally
restaurants.
fusion restaurants.
and until we see you next time, guys. We love you. Take care of yourselves.